Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Gopherwatch League Season 5.5 playoffs. I'm a caster in War, joined with none other than Trey and Invictus on prod. Today, we're going to have an amazing battle between the Welsh whales and the awesome anglers. But first, I got to ask, Trey, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing pretty good, Haven't cast in a while, been mostly on the prod, so it feels good. It feels good to be back on the cast.
Yeah,
So,
I quite hope your voice is not washed as Overwatched as I am. So, well, I'm sure it'll be a great cast, and I'm sure it'll be a great match between these two teams. Now, preliminary thoughts as we are going in here. In just a moment, what do you think about both these teams? We have the eighth seed and the sixth seed.
um, so obviously the awesome anglers at the start of the season were expected to be, a top tier team. They have the powerhouses Booney and Bonesy, as well as Sonic Chronic, who's been definitely overperforming this season, definitely a Rookie of the Year candidate, as well as Mighty Dwarf and a very solid backline. They've all been popping off, and then there's the other team, the Welsh Whales, who have Corey and Nort Logic as their two big players. Sense an amazing DPS, amazing off tank. Corey pops off on every role, 4-2 support player. And then Nort, the god off tank, probably the best under Masters off tank in the league. And then the rest of their team, all solid players. They do have a ringer in Razmataz for today. Sadly, Neo Palladius could not make it. But, they've struggled throughout the season. They started picking up more recently, focusing on their double shield comp. So we'll have to see whether they continue with that and maybe run more of the Corey support.
We'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see. Now, for some context, we do have this is going to be a bracket in the lower division. So both these teams have lost once. The Anglers losing to the Frogs and the Welsh Whales losing to the Imps respectively. And the winner of this will go on to face the winners of the Emma Skies versus the Dorado Ducks. But I mean, it should be some very, very exciting action from both these teams. I'm really looking to see how these lineups really perform against each other. I even saw Booney talk a little bit about, how the Centurion slash Corey tank lineup will match up against him. And I believe will be either Sonic Chronic or Bonesy on tank. And I think it's a really good question because a lot of these compositions can definitely counter each other out. And it's just whoever can adapt the fastest and come in with the winning mentality.
Yeah, Sonic Chronic definitely more of a Diva player rather than a Zarya player, whereas on the opposite end, Scent is more of a Zarya player. He tends to focus on the Zarya, very good Zarya, very proficient at it. And then Sonic, very good Diva player. So we're gonna have to try to see, which style they go with. Maybe Scent Loxarisa, that's a possibility, but more than likely I'd expect to see a Ryan Diva comp out from the Anglers, and then or Winston Diva, and then off the whales. Something was sent probably on Zarya, maybe a little Diva, but not as comfort. And then Corey, I could see them running double off tank, put Sent on Zarya or Diva, and then put Corey on Sigma. Corey's a very good Sigma player, pops off on it, so it's gonna be kind of interesting to see what they go with, because Corey and Sent are both typically off tank players.
Yeah, I'm really going to be focusing up on that duo. But talking about other potential dangerous duos, we have Bonesy and Mighty Dwarf on the DPS facing off against a Nagina and Mania Moon DPS line. What are your thoughts on how those two duos match up?
So awesome anglers, they're gonna have the best DPS line in this lobby most likely. They have Bonesy, absolute powerhouse. Mighty Dwarf been going really good this season. But on the whales, now that I'm looking at it, I don't think they're running this comp. More than likely, they're gonna be asking or switching to a lineup. So I'd say there's more than likely Naga's gonna be moving over to that tank role with Nort Logic, and then Corey and Cent are gonna be rounding up the DPS line. Okay, yeah, we
You were
got the
totally
rec.
correct on that. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's actually so clean that you just absolutely predicted that.
yeah.
I find it interesting that they put Corey on the DPS though. Or
Oh
sorry,
no,
on
he's on
support though.
support. Yeah, yeah. Last time that they played, they ran some double shield with Corey playing the Baptiste slash Ana. It's kind of more, obviously it's his highest SR role, right? He's
Yep.
probably one of the best support players in the league. And then this kind of just puts everyone more on their comfort heroes rather than, forcing a bunch of flexibility to occur. And, overall it's solid. Last series they won with Raz in as well. So Corey and Raz have some great synergy. So honestly, this is probably their best team comp right here.
I definitely agree. And then just for some context, as you can see in chat, Nolo is Shamilf and Booney is going to be Plimbo Shimbro. I believe that everybody is on their main accounts other than the spectators on the side, with Thog, our amazing production, being Invictus, and then Trey with whatever that is pronounced as. I do not know.
Lizalet.
Oh my gosh. Simp. Anyways.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa.
but still. Honestly, I'm looking forward to this game. This could be a game that decides who ends up in the grand finals almost. The winner of this team will have to most likely play either the Emma Skies or the Ducks, I believe.
Yes, that is correct.
At the moment, I believe the Ducks are going to be having a lot of ringers, so prediction more than likely Emma Skies are going to go through. Then they're going to have a battle between this team and the Emma Skies. If prediction's correct, ringers pan out, which winner of that ends up in the finals.
I think you're a little sleeping on the ringer team a little bit. If I'm on that team, it's over.
Yeah.
Never see me lose.
Sure.
Anyways, hopping into Busan as the first map, that's going to be the pick of the Awesome Anglers, as they were the 6th seed to the Wales 8th seed. One of the predicted matches that we are going to see going through here, but we'll have to wait and see if it's going to be a predicted outcome. Obviously, the Angles are given a little bit better seeding, but I could definitely see the the Angles giving a little bit better seeding, but I could definitely see the Welsh Whales coming up with a bit of a comeback. And now, sort of have to reassess the battle between the DPSs and the tanks, because beforehand, we were thinking it was going to be different, but now we got players on different roles, people in different places. So what do you think about the tank line first?
Okay, so Plimbo on the Reinhardt, his signature hero, that's Booney. Absolute god at the Ryan. Sonicronic, gonna say Diva, probably Diva. Nort Logic on the Diva, what we kind of expect as his main hero. And then you just really can't run double shield as consistent on this map, so it's pretty like expected that they run a brawl here. Naga, pretty good Ryan. I'd say it's probably one of his best tanks. And then on the DPS side, Maidor coming out here at the hard read on the Schmilf Genji. Nolo, a very good Genji player. However, this Torb turret, if it doesn't get broken fast enough, could just poke him out every fight.
Yeah, I think they're probably going to stick Raz on either Lucia or Brig here as well. So I think Lucia would be a little bit better for at least positioning to up tempo into the composition led by Booney. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what happens, as we did hit a quick pause. It will be restarting up in about a second here, so we get to see these final lock-ins, and it looks like Raz actually opting for the Moira and Centurion potentially with the play onto Symmetra, but no, Raz is just instantly going to switch off of the Lucia, or switch off the Moira onto Lucia. Make sure to check out the sprays from Herbology at the start of each match, but it is going to be the official start of the match, and Bonesy and Booney looking for an early engagement here.
Yeah, initial engage coming in. Bonesy's going to look for a punch, finds Corey instantly. Nice punch onto him. Booney going in really hard. Mighty Dwarf finds a pick onto Naga on the Reinhardt. And Bonesy's kind of just going crazy here. Corey was a little out of position there. It was kind of playing in a pretty sussy spot, if I do say so myself. Wasn't paying attention, just instantly got punched.
Yeah, and when Corey goes down, we're talking about the value he can really provide on support. I mean, that's basically most of your SR just dropping out. And when Corey's the primary healer, with Raz being more of the main support, you really need to keep Corey up because he's such a valuable character. But another fight coming out, looks like Nolo's going to gain that advantage. But no, as I say that, huge shatter comes through. Actually, not going to be able to find anything as Booney does get taken out, but his teammates are there to really clean up the scraps, as Sonic Chronic really just wiping out here. Nort left is sort of a solo player, but should be able to recontest a bit. No, unfortunately gets defect. That turret's putting in serious damage by Mighty Dwarf, and now the rest of the Awesome Angle is going to be back for a reset.
Yeah, Schmilf actually popped off there. However, he did get a little too aggressive at the end. Does get punished by Bonesy. However, we have another engage, although they are down their capacity. Bonesy commits the Doom Pistol. Gonna look for a land on the thing. A huge shatter from Nagaina. Finds 5, I believe. Ends up confirming the kill on Maidor. Bonesy trades out Corey. Looking for a pick onto the Cassidy, and it looks like he's not gonna find it. Schmilf very low, however, has his Deadeye. Bomb committed, doesn't find anything, and that should be a fight win for the Whales.
Centurion with a Death Blossom, I mean, potentially a bit wasted there. It does D-Max Sonic Chronic, and Brad's getting off that finish there, but now it's going to be, I wouldn't say an ult disadvantage, but now they're a bit more even on the ultimate favors between the Welsh Whales and the Awesome Anglers. However, Welsh Whales do have control at the moment, and the Awesome Anglers just looking for that recontest as Limbo Shimbo just blocking in. Back window may be able to counter this. No, just going to be utilized a bit by Nolo, and the bomb by Nort, absolutely huge, finding 3 there. Unfortunately, Bones is going to get the pick on Nort, but that's not even going to matter as the rest of their team is completely taken out. Booney's on the point. Could they get this point flip right now just with Booney as a solo? No, somebody's back to recontest at the last second. Centurion takes out Booney. Naga's back as well, and that's a very long extended fight to not get a point flip.
Yeah, I talked about it earlier. Nort, probably one of the best, below masters on the SR sheet off tanks. Finds a 3K bomb, I believe. Absolutely turns that fight. Bonesy tried to make an effort to, make the hero play. However, he wasn't able to do it. Makes the swap onto Cassidy. Beat committed as well as Window. Going really aggressive. Boom! He hits a huge shatter. Finds almost everyone. Mighty Dwarf does get punished though by Nort logic. Everyone's low on the side of the Awesome Anglers. And it looks like this should be a team fight win for the Whales. Sent Mitch Blossom in order to confirm it. Doesn't really find much to it, but they end up confirming that fight.
Honestly, the Welsh Whales are doing so well at just playing off their main tank. It felt like when Booney shattered, nobody really fell over other than Booney. But when Nagaina shattered, everybody was able to capitalize and really go aggressive. And now with 85% on the point, they need a quick contest, otherwise they're going to be taken out. They're going to be going from below, from a side, and it's going to be a trade between both Cassidy's. Bomb is invested on high ground. Not only going to be able to find anything, but a reset onto this mech. High noon on high ground. It's going to be DM'd by Sonic Chronic, though. It does get the DMAC and the kill onto Herbology right there, and Centurion and Nolo are there to clean up these kills, all going in the favor of the Welsh Whales, and it looks like they're going to take this first point.
Yeah, Schmilf dropping some BM in there. Question marking Bonesy. A little bit of BM. We'd love to see it in Gopherwatch League. Get everyone tilted. Question marks fill in the chat, but great play from the Whales. They even lost Corey earlier that fight. He got picked up on the Mora, but he ended up being able to, his team ended up being able to confirm it. Schmilf making an awesome high noon play. DMX Diva gets Baptiste. That's all their healing as well as their peel gone. And at that point, the fight's just over.
Yeah, but it's a new map, and that's the thing that's so good about Busan. It really challenges all types of gameplay, and looks like the Welsh Whales are going to go to what they're more confident with in that double shield with really solid DPS line of Nolo and Centurion on the Soldier and the Cassidy respectively, but a little bit different composition also for the Awesome Anglers with Booney on the ball and Sonic Chronic on the Diva, so playing a lot more dive against this composition will probably benefit their team.
Yeah, this isn't their technically compositions they're known for, but if Bonesy just keeps getting picked like that, that's how you just win a fight. Booney had a very good engage, no slash on the ball. Might not be his main hero. Another good engage there, he lives. You just gotta keep rotating in, getting huge engages and living. Bonesy getting a perma pocket. This is what you like to see when you have, a player of Bonesy's caliber. Herbology does fall, getting maybe a little too aggressive there. Lamp broken on the side of the Whales, and Bonesy gets another pick onto Razmataz. Schmilf already has the high noon, could be looking committed early. And they're just finding picks in the default. They don't even need it. Bonesy falling very low, should die here, although, Nolo misses his shot. They end up winning it though. Played it slow and ended up winning the fight.
Played it slow. Also going to be investing a window. This may be a bit misused in my opinion. I mean, they're going to be able to really force them back and force a non-engage, but if you're the Awesome Anglers, you might just want to reset there anyways. So now, down in ultimate, the Welsh Whales have taken control, but they're using this control to really fight against Booney, who's just being so abusive on this backline, and that lets the Awesome Anglers get a chance to set up. But little do they know, the Welsh Whales are just sitting on this left side, playing their angles. It's gonna be Bonesy with a flank with the visor, fully pocketed, but not gonna be able to find anything as Limbo Shimbo goes in. That's gonna be Booney not finding anything. Supercharger invested by Nort as well as the Deadeye. He's gonna be able to shut down a Miro. Nort Logic gets the full on into Sonic Chronic, and it looks like the Welsh Whales gonna take this fight as well.
Yeah, the Anglers tried to win that fight just committing, Visor. They Visored from an off angle. Visor not really the greatest of ultimates, especially into a double shield combo. Ends up not finding any value, and then Wales respond perfectly. They commit Bongo, they commit Deadeye, and just from there they win the fight with some awesome picks. But now ult advantage is in the favor of the awesome Anglers for at least a little bit. Gonna be looking to see what they do. Maybe learn Nano Blossom, but Sun commits the Visor early.
Yeah, and Booney's really doing a great job of forcing the Welsh Wales to force this contest, but the contest is going to fully come through. Raz with the first pick already. Double shield holding strong on the back of this point, but they keep diving through. Flux is going to come out, catches two mid-air. Not going to be able to figure out any of these finishes. Cravology managing to get the res, but at the same time, you have Sonic Chronic and Bonesy going down. Booney taken out as well, and another fight win in the favor of the Welsh Wales.
Yeah, this is going to be very hard for the Anglers to actually win. Bonesy makes a swap for the Tracer, which I think is a good idea. They're essentially playing like a half comp, but they're half diving, half poking, which never a good idea. You either commit to one strategy or the other. But now that they made the swap for the Tracer, potentially Bonesy can find some more value in here. Booney engaged comes in and just instantly gets punished. Window and High Noon committed. We'll have to see if anyone can live through this and contest this point, because 98% and counting.
I mean, Sonic Chronic's gonna have this bomb, using it basically instantly, but the shield's gonna be there to really deny anything, and then a supercharger immediately after places another shield down. North's not gonna be going down anytime. They're just staying so strong behind this double shield. Booney comes in to try and disrupt at any point in time, but disrupting isn't what you need. You need to take this space. You need to take some form or semblance of control. Mine's invested on the point. Centurion with the Visor, though, it's gonna shut down the entire team of the Awesome Anglers. And the Welsh Wales are going to take Busan.
Yeah, great play from them. This might not be what, everyone expects, Anglers, I'd say, were the favorites coming into this match, but, Wales proving, just like they have in the recent matches, that, they're a team to be reckoned with. Absolutely dominating this first map. A little bit more contest coming out on the first point of, Mecha base. However, on Sanctuary, that's what started the question mark right there, by the way.
Oh, okay, that makes sense now. I may have missed that, but seeing it again, that was crazy accuracy from Nolo there, only hitting the headshots. But, I mean, this is going to be a 1-2-0 lead for the Welsh Wales as of now, which is kind of not what we were expecting. Maybe what we could have expected at the start, but they are the lower seeded team, so don't really expect them to come in swinging this hard. But now the Awesome Anglers are going to send it to Kings Row, a map they are very, very proficient at, keeping the same compositions overall. So what are your thoughts on this choice from the Awesome Anglers?
I think this is a good choice. They definitely want to lean out of the Brawl comp. I'm slightly worried because the Wales did win the Brawl mirror in the first map. However, this map is more just like a raw Brawl, Kings Row, it's known as the Brawl map. We'll have to see whether they, can continue, their Brawl legacy or not. The Wales, known as a double shield team, maybe showing up as a, a real contender here. Could absolutely win. Could absolutely win this map.
And it felt like the Brawl, at least on the first map of Busan that we saw, was still fairly good for the Welsh Wales. It felt like they were kind of matching off decently well both ways. So I'm interested to see exactly what team compositions the Welsh Whalers are going to really think of here, because I don't know. Corey was definitely getting some value on Baptiste, but the question is, would value be more placed if you switched out Corey onto DPS, if you switched out Corey onto tank? What do you think?
I mean, you gotta say, maybe individual value, he probably does, right? Corey on Baptiste here, he'll be able to do probably, like, let's just say, 5k damage throughout the first map, Or, like, 3/4 map, he has, like, 5k damage. That's a lot of damage, but however, on DPS, he could, double that, triple that. He would do significantly more damage. However, you got to think about his other teammates, Who goes over the support? You probably run Nagaina support. You're going to most likely be locked into a lower SR support there. Maybe doesn't get as much value. Maybe gets less resources to his tanks, which would include Corey at that point. So, it's kind of a trade-off. I'd expect them to probably keep Corey on the Baptiste. Or that's what I'd want to see. I could see them definitely switching off. Maybe Corey just wants to pop off on tank. But I think the right move is to put him on support here.
Nagina and Nort have been doing an amazing job on tank. It felt like it was truly a tank differential, at least on that first map. And then on the second map, when Booney switched over to Ball, it felt like Sonic Chronic and Booney, even though they were doing a decent job at disrupting them, they weren't really, providing any true value for the team. So I want to see Booney back on the Rhine, finding that main tank difference and finding that value just by overall force.
Yeah, I did get word that Nolo in the first map nearly hit a flooded deadlift. I believe he was one final blow off of hitting a deadlift, which means getting 50% of your team's final blows, which is insanely impressive. He had 23, the rest of his team had 24, so didn't get it yet, but maybe this map we see it. Maybe this map he hits the flooded deadlift, gets 30 final blows, his team gets 12. I'd love to see it.
I would definitely love to see it as well. And that's a carry in and of itself when you are basically taking out half of the enemy team every single fight. At least not necessarily taking you out by yourself, but getting those final blows in. And you can see why Nolo's been hitting those headshots, especially in the play of the game on Busan. It felt like every single time was a headshot. But it's going to be a composition switch off for the Welsh Whales, and it looks like they're going to be putting in Mania Moon instead of Raz on the support line, as well as, I think sticking everybody else in the same positions, right?
Yeah, they're just opting. Mania Moon tends to play more that Mercy Moira, so I'm interested to see what they end up wearing. That might just be playtime. Mania Moon is a solid member of the team. They're actually on the team, whereas Raz isn't. Mania Moon doesn't really play that Brig, as well as doesn't really play any of the it doesn't play any of the like Baptiste, Ana kind of heroes. They are a console player, very good player. However, ends up playing more Mercy kind of style. So I'm interested to see what they go with. Maybe Corey goes more of a DPS support route, but we'll have to see.
Now
Console players rise up. We love console players. All console players should be getting like 200 more points because they're playing on controller, and I play Fortnite on controller, so I'm a little bit biased. I love controller, so we love console players in this generation.
Yeah, I mean it's impressive. Like for example, and it's not like they're mechanically always so much worse. Like it's not necessarily direct hindrance. It does make it harder, but that just makes it more impressive. Like earlier in the season, Bunny no longer in the league because they had to drop for personal reasons. However, they're a Masters player on controller on PC. Being a controller player doesn't mean that you can't play the game. It just means that you play it a different way. So very interested to see what they do. Corey teasing a little bit of Lucio. The Corey Lucio, the thing of legends. Definitely not his most known hero.
What are the legends? Did I miss them?
Oh, you don't even know. You don't even know. He's a very good Lucio.
Okay.
He's gonna swag out. Don't worry.
I'll have to be watching Koi to definitely swag out on these maps, but definitely want to see the swag in these early engagements because we do have a mirror tank composition. However, the support composition have more of an up-tempo comp from the Welsh Whales on the offense, where you have more of a stationary defensive comp with the Ana and the Brig on the defense. So you can already see how much space they've taken. The Welsh Whales just able to really speed into the team, and now it's going to be a battle of the Reinhardt to see who really gets that first pick, that first crucial pick between these two teams, and nobody really has just yet. All I can see is that the shield of Booney is staying alive while Naga's just getting fully punished here, but no trades just yet. But Sonic Chronic, after a good sleep from Amiro, is going to dive in on Nova and find that pick. Unfortunately, the Widowmaker may have not been the choice there as they get taken out. Now, Mighty Dwarf looking for that Mighty Diff, looking for that little better positioning that they can put themselves in. But the Welsh Whales haven't really been stalled out here. It's just been a slower fight. Cole's going to be built out from Mania Moon. That's going to be huge, but Naga goes down.
Yeah, they opted to play it slow, just build up that Coalescence. Coalescence is definitely a faster charging ult. However, if your main tank dies, that Coal kind of goes to waste. Wilf ends up falling, hasn't really found the value he did last map so far. Got a little aggressive when the Widowmaker got punished. However, now after, basically just ruining that Coal engage, the Awesome Anglers have a huge ult advantage for this. They could possibly just win this just off a straight up nano onto Booney here.
They definitely could, and they definitely are going to be looking for this first hold, but it's going to be Shadow that comes out first. Not going to be able to find just much, but it's going to be multiple ultimates used. The bomb is going to be absolutely massive. Bonesy ultimate as well, just on top of that. All of it piled at the same time. Nano was used too, so what, 4 ultimates to win that fight? I feel like that was a little bit overkill, but they won?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. You know, they could have probably used less ultimates. The Welsh Wizards are getting close to an ultimate. Mighty Dwarf's gonna have to come up with big with this Blossom. Yeah, we've seen it done all the time though. Mighty Dwarf known for that Blossom. Being engaged comes in from Corey. Naga gonna land the huge shatter, kills Bonesy. Blossom comes through, doesn't really find any value. Naga falling low, sent raise forward. Naga finding kills though, sent commits the Blossom, and that's a fight win for the Welsh Whales.
Yeah, and they really did just such a good job of realizing, oh, what ults were used, what ults weren't used, and the second that rally was utilized, they just jumped on them and really able to deny the value of that rally. And the second that Death Blossom was awesome, I mean, Naga was just on top of it. Speaking of on top of it, Nolo's on top of this fight, and you can see happening right there, finding 2 early picks. I don't know what Nolo had for breakfast, but I need it for this next work week.
Yeah, Nolo ate his Wheaties today, you know. Absolutely dominating, landing shot after shot, especially on this Cassidy. Dominated the first map, you know, this is a forced reset from Sonicronic, and at this point, they're getting a lot of space. Bonesy making the swap over to the Junkrat. A little bit unconventional, actually one of Bonesy's better heroes. You know, kind of funny hero type player.
Oh, but look at this positioning by Nolo here. The stun comes through. Gonna maybe punish Bonesy, and Centurion's there to get that follow-up, but a great fire strike from Booney to really trade back a pick there and make this a potentially winnable
Big
fight.
shatter.
Now they're gonna be coming out from with ult, and the shatter absolutely massive from Booney, just diving into their entire team, not even afraid. The bomb is gonna be invested as well. The remake is gonna find Mighty Dwarf, but it feels like the Awesome Anglers have already gained control of this. Nolo's back, but sort of with not much to protect them. The bomb is gonna be used the other way as well from, I believe, yes, Sonicronic, but not gonna be able to find anything.
Yeah, they didn't really close out this fight. They kind of gave the Welsh Whales an opportunity to get into this. Naga has the shatter. He's going to be looking for a big shatter, but Plimbo Schlimbo with the pin takes him down. And this should be a fight for the Awesome Anglers. They're going to look to heal up and go aggressive. More ult actually committed from Mania Moon. Nano onto Brig, Rally committed. You know, this is a lot of ult being committed through this fight, you know. Seemed like it was already a one fight, but you know, ult committed.
Yeah, it felt like it was a one fight for the Awesome Anglers, but then Mania Moon, I mean, uses the goal, which I guess baited out both the support ults from the other team, so now technically this is value for the Welsh Whales. But speaking of value, potential tire, it's gonna have to be used to counter out Nolo's positioning though. It's gonna be a feed in the fight, but no, Nort's gonna be up there as well to really complement Nolo's position and find Bonesy, but it's gonna be an even fight this one. Huge block. The pin comes through though. Death Blossom by Mighty Dwarf. Both Death Blossoms used at the exact same time. Centurion finds Mighty Dwarf, and Mania moves back up as well. Bomb comes out from Sonicronic. Great positioning, but not gonna find anything just yet. Now it's gonna be Centurion, Nord, Corey, all as a team, really trying to push back this tank line. But the pin comes through. It's gonna be disrupted though, and that disruption is gonna be huge because that just saved Corey's life there. And now the Awesome Anglers really struggling to find any positioning that they can even see, and unfortunately it's going to be none. Even without Naga, the Welsh Whales take this fight.
Yeah, that was a crazy sequence of events. First off, Naga expertly blocks Booney's shatter. From there, looks to commit the shatter. Emro sleeps him out of shatter. And then from there, both Blossoms committed, and then the flank warrior comes behind and finds 3 people. So, you know, pop off from a bunch of different players. However, you know, nothing ended up being found, and Welsh Whales won that fight. Nolo currently has a flank going on.
Oh my
Looking
gosh.
for the flank high noon. Notice the flanker of the league. Looks
Oh
behind
my
him.
gosh.
Oh! I'm finding a bada.
Oh no, Mel. That was amazing, Mel. He's just standing there. He's not even moving. Look at him. He's just waiting.
He doesn't need to move. He's that good. Oh, it gets frozen.
I mean, he's literally not moving now that he's frozen, but yeah. Still up on his feet though, but now their entire team's back, and Nando's gonna come through on Sonicronic. The Shatter's gonna basically deny that. Pin comes through. Naga's gonna get anti. Centurion's there with the Death Blossom as well. A lot of ults being used. They want this to be their last fight, but will it be? They're just swinging, denying all space. Bonesy's still alive. A bad anti from Emiro, but unfortunately it's not gonna come to anything, and it's just gonna be contests for the Awesome Anglers, but contests can only last for so long as the Welsh Whales get a 121 time bank.
Yeah, you know, great plays from a bunch of players. We had a certified Greg and Mail moment coming out, you know. He's currently hitting a good Greg and Mail ratio, so, you know, good plays from him. Absolutely popping off. Had the flank high noon and then execute. And then just, you know, hits a little AFK. Just to, you know, maybe to assert dominance, who knows. Maybe he was just popping off after the play, but Bonesy tries to, or Booney tries to win that fight with a Shatter. Lands a big one, but there's no follow-up, and then there's just too many ults in positioning out of the Welsh Whales, and they end up winning it.
The Welsh Whales had really great ult usage there for the most part, even though they did sort of preemptively use an ult. It did bait out the other two ults, and then from there, they're just able to cycle basically 2 ults every single fight, and great job doing that. Make sure to check out the Herbology spray. I'm on top of it this time, Herbology. Invictus, you better go check out the Herbology spray. Look at that cute dog right there. That's a very cute dog. And a couple weights.
Yeah, you know, a cute dog. You know, kind of how it goes. His son showing off another spray. We're just having the classic, you know, spray show off. Sense is boring. No one cares about it. Bonesy making the swap onto the Doomfist, though. This is, you know, his signature hero. Corey currently rocking 4k damage on the Lucio. We're going to see what Bonesy does. He does his same rollout almost every time, so.
Wow, who would ever do a same rollout on King's Row every time?
Yeah.
Crazy. Never heard of that. But Schmilf exerting the, I mean, true difference right there. 2 kills already. We were wondering if they were going to get the most final blows, and this is so many final blows here. Oh my gosh, Schmilf. No,
yeah, he had his Wheaties. He had his Wheaties for sure.
What?
Oh my god. He can't do any wrong right now. Finds 2 opening picks before Bonesy can even engage. Bonesy had a super good engage, but you know, if your team's dead, well, what are you gonna do?
What SR is Nolo? Like,
he's mid-masters, I believe. Mighty Dwarf with the pick on the Naga unit though. Limbo just holding W. Almost dies, however, Bonesy does find the pick on the Centurion. Nort tries to commit to kill the Ryan, but, you know, Bonesy does a lot, you know. It is Bonesy we're talking about, so he ends up winning that fight. Corey trying to get out, however, he's just going to end up staggering most likely. Yep, and, you know, this is some late deaths. They probably don't get another contest on this first choke. Oh, wait, Slim? Flo? No?
Why is he always there, too? That's the fun thing, like, why is he out there every single time?
Yeah, Corey and Bonesy's internet are not doing hot right now. You can tell if you watch their POV, so hopefully they're both signed now. Both of them, yeah.
It's kind of fair, though, because you have, I mean, Corey on one side, but then Bonesy and Booney on the other side, who have the exact same internet because they're roommates, so it kind of goes both ways.
Yeah, Schmilf looking for a high noon here. Gonna get not punished by Bonesy? Yeah, punished by Bonesy. Ult committed from Bonesy. Probably looking to land on the back line here. Space jamming, tries to come through, doesn't find anything. However, the grab is just gonna have enough follow-up to just win the fight right there.
Yeah, Awesome Anglers really doing a great job on winning these fights and winning them with style. The card's not really even being contested at all, and they're just so dominant with these positionings. I want to see the Welsh Whales really get back together, reset, and then use their ultimate sort of in cohesion to win out fights and then keep the ultimate advantage. But with 3 ults for both sides, or now 4 for the Welsh Whales, it's going to be a hard task.
Yeah, Nolo roll put on the high ground, gets knocked down. However, he does have this high noon. Ultimate's committed from both sides. Blossom comes through, Shatter traded, and another Blossom comes through, and Mighty Dwarf is just bigger. He finds 2 picks with Bones. Booney finding another. Nolo looking to make a hero play here potentially on a very long flank. Is looking like he's just gonna hide for next fight, you know. Looking to maybe get a Deadeye from behind when they're contesting 3rd point, but we'll have to see how this goes.
I mean, he's in a great position. He sees Sonic Chronic pass by, so now he knows exactly where the entire team is. The only question is, will the Awesome Anglers realize what's happening here? Because Nolo has been so big in these moments, but feels like the Awesome Anglers are slowly starting to figure out the positioning of Nolo and realizing exactly how to counter. And High Noon comes in. Is he going to be able to find anything? No,
No.
unfortunately not. Mighty Dwarf goes in with that counter, and Bonesy getting two as well onto the support line. So now Welsh Whales are sort of falling over, and Nolo needs to find value at this point. Otherwise, it's going to be a full cap for the Awesome Anglers with really no contention. Nolo back already. Corey's on as well, but we need to find something huge here.
Oh, Corey with the boop. Schmilf finds another. He's found 2 picks so far. Corey's traded out another. Naga finds another. Schmilf gets Bonesy very low. Sun finishes him off, and that's, we said Nolo might need to clutch up to win this fight, and, he did exactly that. You take the good and the bad with Greg Mamale. He has his flanks where he sometimes just dies, and then he'll have moments where he just kills 6. That's just kind of what you gotta have when you have Greg Mamale on your team.
I mean, it has paid off thus far. The question is, will it necessarily pay off this map against this composition for the Awesome Anglers? Because Bonesy's doing an amazing job, but finally shut down by Nortlogic, and it feels like when Bonesy goes down, their ability to get picks is completely denied, and now Nolo is going to be completely enabled because they don't really have anybody to dive out and counter them. So this is just going to be more clean space taken up by the Welsh Whales, and so much done by the Welsh Whales, but Bonesy's there, back to kind of fight back. Bomb invested in the corner.
Oh my god.
Reset.
Finds 3 players.
Down. Wow.
Yeah, it is Bonesy. I've said that before. Finds 3 picks in a fight, it should have been over. Might find another, and he found another. And at this point, the Anglers have a huge ult advantage going into this, with Mania Moon being dead. And look, grab committed. Reaper ult coming in very soon. Flimbush looking for a shadow. Schmilf on the flank. Doesn't find anything. Ends up actually flash and killing Mighty Dwarf. Naga gets a kill on a Herbology. Schmilf with another kill. This flank ending up paying off, one of his mighty flanks coming off and popping off.
Yeah, when you have that flank, you really have a pinch from both sides on the team, and you really have to decide where you want to put your focus in. When you're deciding where you want to put your focus, you're either going to go one way, the other, or both. And when you go both, it's just so risky. So the Awesome Anglers really have to gather back their bombs, reset, utilize these ults that they have already built up. The Shatter for Boonies is what I'm going to be looking for, but Mighty Dwarf trying to exert the Mighty Diff as well with the Blossom, but Nolo with an early pick onto Bonesy, and you can see, I love this from the Awesome Anglers. They lose one and then they reset. They want to gain the spawn advantage, so they really let the Welsh Whales push off, but they're not going to be found out. But the question is, will Nolo be found out? The flash comes through. Unfortunately, not going to be able to find anything, but now they know exactly where Nolo is. Now it's going to be Nolo versus Bonesy, the fight of the backline, and Bonesy's going to be able to take that one. Both Jetsters come out.
That's picks just traded through. Anglers do find that it's going to be very difficult for the Whales to get a contest. Mania Moon does live, however, might get punished. Commits the ult, but dies. He touches now, and it looks like no one, and that's a fight win for the Anglers. And we're going to, see more rounds at King's Row. Almost identical time banks coming in.
More rounds at King's Row, almost identical time banks, and both teams, I think, really need both two different solutions. If you're the Awesome Anglers, you really gotta stick together as a team, ensure that every fight you're taking is smart, ensuring that you're using ults in the correct way, and ensuring that Nolo cannot get value. And if you're the Welsh Whales, I think it's just enable Nolo however you can, whether it be on the back line or the front line. Just enable him and he can do great things.
You know what's kind of crazy? Bonesy currently sitting with 20 final blows, 12 deaths. Nolo's sitting with 20 final blows, 10 deaths. They have almost identical stats. And then on the side of the other DPS, Mighty Dwarf, 9 final blows, Sent 10 final blows. Almost mirroring stats. The Reinhardts for the teams, Booney has 13, Naga has 12. Off tank, Sonic Chronic has 9, Nord has 11. They have almost mirrored stats between these two teams.
And the crazy thing is, they're not even like mirroring other than, I guess, the Rhine and the Reaper, but I mean, it's on different characters, but they're really just showing up. Prod, go to Herbology, Centurion doesn't deserve
No
love.
dying
Anyways,
on my watch.
GG.
Yeah, it's kind of insane how even this match has been, especially on this point. Second point of Busan ended up being more of a landslide, however, Mania Moon opting for the Mercy. I did say that they were, had a very good Mercy on them, so we're gonna have to see how it goes. Schmilf getting the Mercy pocket, just like he said. Maywall is committed, and that finds a pick onto Nagaina.
Bonzi's Maywall in position is just so smart, but luckily the res is going to come through, and that's going to really even up this fight. Now, I think this is really going to come down to who can gain control, gain ultimates first, because it could be only be 1 or 2 fights for both these teams, so it's whatever you can do in that time, and Nolo really showing up in the time that matters. Finds 2 already, and now the entire Awesome Angler is going to be forced in a hotel. Nowhere left to run, nowhere left to hide, just a Maywall sort of standing behind them, and the entire onslaught that is the Welsh Whales, and that onslaught is going to be fully unleashed. As the Awesome Anglers are going to fall over.
Yeah, that's kind of impressive from right. Oh, Andy finds another. Okay, yeah, just put Mighty to or put Nolo on the leash. Give him a Mercy pocket, he'll pop off. Look at him go. Finds 3 final blows, now leading Bonesy in the final blow department, and Mighty Dwarf might get punished here. This could be a very, very tragic punish. Nolo looking for a flank noon possibly here. Or, you know, just a flash fan. He's looking for something. Bonesy does have this mailed, however. Potentially going to come in and find something. Nolo still has not been spotted yet. Actually, I believe he did get spotted. Yeah, he has to rotate out now.
But now they have the Mercy pocket on Nolo too, so it's really so good. The Maywall is going to disrupt him though, and could be big as Bonesy's going to dive in, potentially go for the freeze, but not going to find anything. The Bab Lamp going to be utilized as well to really sustain the team, and Welsh Whales is just living when it matters most. Herbology, the only player on the table with the ult at the moment, but needs to come back and find some space to use it. Otherwise, the Welsh Whales is going to get such an advantageous spawn advantage here. And you can see how far Naga and Nolo have really pushed up. They're not even going to be able to recontest. They got to fight on third.
Yeah, Naga making a huge play, ends up winning that fight for his team after Nort Logic broke it. Oh, Mail committed though. This is last fight. Shatter comes through. Blossom committed. Nolo tries to make the hero play, however, Ultra just committed too fast for the Whales to handle. They're very close on getting their Blossom, their window. They definitely needed those, but the Anglers recognized that and decided to up tempo. However, getting the 3rd point on your 2nd attack with a 1.5 left, that's very good.
That's
very winnable.
Very, very good. And now, Awesome Anglers really have to get over multiple hurdles rather than one if they want to really win out this map, because they really have to push it just so far in general. And you know how hard, King's Row first point is to take, especially if you can't gain momentum and gain ult advantage. So they have multiple hurdles to get over it, but wanted to see if the comms are going to be there for the Awesome Anglers. They do have the time advantage technically, but I don't think that's really gonna matter in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, those 4 seconds probably won't end up mattering. Bonesy making to the swap onto the Mei maybe doesn't do as much for him. Only finds 1 final blow there. Did not do nearly as much damage as Schmilf did. So we're gonna have to kind of see how it goes. He's opting to stick with the Mei, and Mania Moon is sticking with the Mercy, maybe recognizing that that did work very well. Sent opting for the Torbjorn. Very interesting, maybe expecting that Doomfist to come back out again. They're gonna play more counter dive, but on this Torb you don't have as much direct damage most of the time as you would as with a Reaper, so we'll have to see how he does with that. Although Turret can do so much damage if not checked.
Turret can do so much, and when you have Nolo, a turret, and your entire team shooting from 3 different angles, it can really find a ton of value. You can see the turret already putting down that pressure into Hotel, which the Awesome Anglers have made their rotation into, and they make it there safely. The Maywall does come through as well, and Herbology with the rest of the team is going to shut down Nagaina, but Schmilf is still there. We can never forget about him. Bonesy with a great double freeze to really slow down the tempo of the Welsh Whales, but not gonna find anything, and it looks like the Welsh Whales are just getting dismantled 1 by 1. Dwart able to find a pick but shut down, and this should just be an easy capture. Kind of faster than the Welsh Whales did it, but Nolo is still up, Nolo is still in, and when Nolo's in, anything can happen. Goes back for this contest, but no, unfortunately does not find anything.
Yeah, I remember found a lot of final blows there, but it was mostly set up, I'd say, from Booney as well as Bonesy. Your 2-star players. Bonesy has a great wall onto Nagaina and Flimbush Limbo. the Boonster, the Boonie, comes through, gets all the kills, and absolutely dominates. Already has a shatter built up.
Already has a shatter built up, and now we're going to be reaching into overtime. Both teams have been given a shot to really regroup, really recontest. It's going to be a battle of ultimates now, and the player that I got to look out for with the ultimate is going to be Nolo, the man, the myth, the legend. Where is he? What is he doing at the moment? Currently looking for that blink on a high ground, but, I mean, the value is going to come through for the awesome anglers first. The Maywall with the back window, too, doing an amazing job. Falcon used by Mania Moon to regroup as a team, and an amazing res coming out as well. But I mean, Nagina's just inside their team, and that's going to split out the Welsh Whales. Now the Welsh Whales, it's half a team with one DPS, one support, and one tank. Can't really do anything against a full team in a full contest. They got to reset and play for this last fight.
Yeah, Nolo kind of trolled that with that flank. Was way too late on it. However, Shatter committed. Shatter onto Corey on the Baptiste. Finds a final blow. This is last fight territory. The Anglers are just going to throw an ult here. Finds pick on the sun. This should be it. As long as Nolo, yeah, no one gets a touch. That's a fight or a map win for the awesome Anglers. Great ultimate advantage. Realized that they only needed a little bit of progress left, so they just decided, whatever, let's just throw in every ultimate and see what happens.
That was such a great map going both ways. It felt like both teams really had win conditions, and the awesome anglers before that had really pushed it, or sorry, the Welsh Whales had really pushed it even a little bit farther. It could have gone completely the opposite way. Almost a hammer kill there, a little bit of hammer, you know, damage getting in as well. But I mean, it's 1-1 in this series, and it could really go either way. What do you think these teams really have to switch up to do well?
Honestly, so both of them have a big thing that they need to focus on. The whales need to kind of be more proactive with their ultimates. I feel like they're taking a little too long sometimes. Maybe relying a little bit too much on Nolo. And then on the side of the anglers, you know, they gotta watch out for Nolo. Nolo absolutely swagging out this match, you know. Whale is putting a lot of faith into Nolo, but you know, you can do that when someone of his caliber is playing this well. But you know, you can't only rely on that. That's the only issue.
All right, I got one tip for, I think, both teams, right? And I think it's just, I'm gonna call out a few individual players. One player on the Welsh Whales, two players on the Awesome Anglers. I think Corey, his key to victory is go into Bonesy and Booney's room and unplug their PCs. Now, Bonesy and Booney, I think their key to victory is unplug Corey's PC. I think if either of these things happen, the victory will be quite literally in their hands, in their grasps. Because then, you know, you just dismantle the team, right? I feel like that should be, you know, legal, right?
I think what you gotta do is like convince them to leave the room and start downloading something, you know?
Oh,
it might hurt.
yeah.
Actually, no, because that's gonna hurt you too.
No,
yeah.
they're taking a quick bio break. Maybe Booney's already ahead on this.
Yeah, I'm just wondering though, if you unplug the PC, you know, that's just gonna result in a pause. You gotta do something that's gonna hurt the player, but not like, you know, fully take them out.
Okay.
You know, maybe like.
I got it. Release a rat in their room.
That could be good.
That could be big. Good. It could be massive. Like maybe one from Richfield as well. Just like.
Oh, Richfield rat.
Yeah.
Oh. My favorite team.
Your favorite team.
They had my favorite player, Fedora Master. My pick for Rookie of the Year.
I don't even know who that is. GG. Anyways, now's a good time to remind everybody. Make sure to donate to the Booney cosplay stream. We have Booney in this match right here, so make sure to go, you know, drop some donations to the cosplay stream too. If you did not catch the cosplay stream #1, it was absolutely amazing, and the cosplay stream 2 will be even greater. So make sure to go give that donation, and also encourage Booney to unplug Koi's PC. That's all I got.
Yeah, I mean, also make sure to vote for All Stars. You know, All Star voting currently up right now. I'm not exactly sure when it ends. But either way, yeah, you got to get your favorite players into All-Stars, you know?
Agreed.
Try not just voting for yourself only, although that'd be a Chad play.
Imagine voting for yourself. Who would vote for themselves?
I didn't.
Invictus, did you vote for yourself?
Oh, Invictus definitely didn't.
Invictus definitely voted for himself. GG's all around. No,
No,
no, no,
no.
no, no. Invictus does not vote for
All-star.
himself for All-Stars. We have gotten the confirmation.
We were given confirmation and he didn't, sadly. I voted for him, but you know how it goes. Humble, humble.
Humble.
Best player in the league, but
Best player
doesn't
in
want
the
to say
league.
it.
Of course.
No, which map do you think they're going to? If you had to guess. You know, we can see it, but try not looking at what map it is. Just try to take a guess.
Okay. Okay. Honestly, yeah. Like, I mean, do you want to enable Nolo? So you want to go somewhere where Nolo can do stuff. So Havana makes sense because you're gonna
Yeah.
flank around short. I'm trying to think
Now,
of the other escort maps that they could be playing. Escort map.
Dorado, Watchpoint Gibraltar.
Dorado, I feel like they wouldn't do as well on Dorado because I feel like the tank composition is going to be a little bit more versatile for the awesome anglers.
I'd agree.
Gibraltar, I think, would favor the better Zarya player. So if they put,
On Gibraltar?
well, oh, I guess that's just if they do double bubble.
I think this is the right choice. Nolo historically does love Havana. Most likely going to see the Schmilf maker.
Mhm.
And, we'll just see how that goes. Bonesy could play the Widow. More than likely, he's going to lock the Genji. Which,
Oh no.
not a bad player on the Genji, if I do say so myself.
Nolo's got a 10-minute bio break. GG.
He better not.
He better not, bro. Yo, put Raz in. Raz ring for Nolo. That's got to be about even, right?
No, that's not allowed. Raz is too high of SR. You know Raz is a top 500 DPS player, right?
Hmm?
Raz is former rank 1 Widowmaker in Gopherwatch, or in the world.
Oh. I
Top
didn't know that.
500 DPS player, rank 1 Widow. I'm not sure if she ended up hitting rank 1 on her fair only account. It was definitely close. I should ask. But
Yeah.
yeah, it just wouldn't be fair.
It just wouldn't be fair, I guess. I think Corey's are. So
Yeah,
hopefully Nolo's also are. Because I did
it
not want
looks
to go through another, like, 20-minute pause broadcast.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah, it looks like we're going in. This should be a good map right here. Most likely gonna see a Widowmaker on one side, no Widowmaker on the other. Probably some double shield from the whales. I'd say there's a 92% chance.
I mean, this map does benefit hit scans, and I feel like in terms of hit scans, in terms of what players are more comfortable with, obviously anybody can play any role, but I feel like the Welsh Whales are a little bit more comfortable on hit scans, such as Bastion, the obvious choice.
I mean, actually, didn't they run this in their last series? I think they might have ran the Schmilf Bastion. I could definitely see it.
I want the Nolo Bastion. That's all I want.
And they say,
I feel like that was it.
Okay, opting for the Widow, sadly. Zent is not going to play Doomfist, I can tell you that. Spamming the voice line, Zent Echo. I doubt we see this. Yeah, May? Oh, we got a Bastion.
We do have a Bastion. We love to see this. Okay, well, a very interesting composition both ways. I'd say more atypical to what I expected on the side of the awesome anglers, but both compositions work, both compositions mirroring that double shield, and both just trying to get value with their DPS. But right now, Bonesy's been the main person who's been getting value. They really have to donate all their resources on to Nolo here to find this value, but it's going to be Corey and Centurion who are finding these first few picks. The shields just impeccably placed on the side of the Welsh Whales, just doing a great job of going one shield after the other shield, making their way forward slowly but surely.
Bonesy is
Not
tired.
finding anything. Tire invested. This could be the one thing that disrupts their team. It's slowed up a bit and actually going to be shut down by Centurion. Some great aim there. Now Mighty Dwarf back to attempt to contest, finding a pick onto Nort Logic. That's going to disrupt half the shield line for the Welsh Whales, and they can take down Nagaina as well. They're going to totally back them up, but as of right now, it's just going to be a win fight as Nolo does go down. The main firepower is taken out.
Yeah, Bonesy kind of running a atypical pick on Havana. You typically don't see a Junkrat. However, you know, it happens to be against this Bastion comp. Junkrat's actually very good. Junkrat good against double shield, although not necessarily on this map. It's very hard to find value because it's not, you know, not the smallest of chokes, but if he's just spamming a double shield, it could end up being good. Schmilf makes the swap over to the Hanzo. However, huge mine comes in from Bonesy. Already has another tire. Window committed. However, Sonic is just finding enough picks for, I don't even think they'll need to use the tire. They end up committing the nano. Rez comes out onto North Logic. Bonesy commits the tire while Corey commits the window. Bonesy's looking for the tire kill. Gets it onto Centurion. Naga falling low. Immortality committed. High in from Mighty Dwarf. Finds two.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
But North does shut down that high noon afterwards by finding that pick. Now Sonicronic is just left getting picks and really pushing all the way towards the Welsh Whale spawn. They've really done a great job of just sort of picking them up one by one and holding on to ults fairly well at the same time. A couple ults gonna be built up fairly soon, such as the Flux and the Dragons, but the ult favors sort of both ways at this point in time. Dragon's gonna be utilized straight onto the carts, gonna split their team in half and also take out Booney. The res comes through as well from Mania Moon. That's the advantage of having the Mercy on your team, because now they have the numbers advantage in this overall fight. A great anti by Amiro, but it's not going to really amount to much of anything. North regained.
North Logic finds the pick onto Curbology. Good opening pick for him. Bonesy's very close to this tire. He needs to build up and actually get value. Zen is on a off angle right now and not getting in. Commits the Flux. Finds two people up in the air. One of them gets punished, two gets punished. Rock comes out from Sonicronic a little too late. Bonesy doesn't end up finding the value of the tire. Valkyrie committed from Mania Moon just to confirm this fight, and that's a first point cap for the Welsh Whales.
Great first point cap, but I gotta talk about Bonesy building up 3 tires. Like, he's getting so much value here.
He's getting a getting a lot of neutral value. He's not doing anything with the tires though.
Yeah.
He has 6,300 damage, probably like 20 damage with that tire. You know, kills a Torbjorn. Milf with the pick onto Plimbush window. That's kind of just almost reset right there. Bonesy looking to make a hero play, looking to make a little flank come through here. However, Schmilf just finds another pick on Curbology. Sent scouts at Bonesy, could end up resulting in him being punished. However, doesn't look like people are looking to push him. Bonesy reveals himself, is getting pushed by Schmilf. Lands a mine, but doesn't end up finding anything, and Sent will punish him.
Yeah, they've done a really good job of really finding out these positionings, and the Dragons are going to be fast, and that's straight through their team. Luckily going to be able to back into just a small corner, even though taking a lot of damage, and the damage is going to convert multiple kills for Schmilf, and this is why this man is so good at getting final blows. He knows exactly when to attack and when not to attack, and the Welsh Whale is just full attacking at the moment right now. They push all the way up to the high ground and potentially deny any possible recontest, as I believe they are going to be able to get their third point capture.
Yeah, on to third point. The Angler's looking for a close hold here. Bonesy commits the tire, looking to see if he can actually find some value with it. Just finds a lamp. Mighty Dwarf punishes Nagayina though. Schmilf needs to kind of make a play here in order to clutch this. Although, you know, their spawn door is right in front. North Logic commits the Bonga. Schmilf looking to go aggressive on the reset, does find him to punish. And this should be a fight win for the Welsh Whales. 3 picks coming in their favor, 4 picks. And that's it. You do knock off a little bit of time, force out the Bongo. However, I don't even know if that's worth it. Now you're going to be kind of getting a late push in here.
I mean, they're even on ultimates, both sides having 4, almost 5, and 1 used in the previous fight. So I guess it doesn't put the Awesome Anglers at so severe of a disadvantage. It's just the Welsh Whales still have their momentum advantage and really good ultimates to use to deny a lot of the potential. The only thing that I will say is both tank ults online for the Welsh Whales, and early use of their ultimate from Curbology there, a little bit questionable, but should be favorable. The Flux gonna come out. Dragon is the return to counter this out, and Mighty Dwarf finds too well in the air. Lamp's not gonna be able to protect them from that. And that's that's going to be some great ultimate use from the awesome anglers to really recontest here. Technology with the res. Now the awesome anglers are going to be a strong 6 and taking out Naga on the way out too. That's going to be massive, and that's going to be a full team reset for the Welsh Whales.
Yeah, Mighty Dwarf absolutely popping off. They're currently leading his team in final blows with 10, with the next highest being 4. Matching Nolo, you know. A significantly higher DPS player, however, Mighty Dwarf is definitely holding his own at the moment. Ult advantage is in the favor. It's actually pretty even here. I'd say the Welsh Whales have a slight ultimate advantage, however, Bonesy's Tire could just end up winning a fight, but if Mighty Dwarf finds another pick like that, it's just over.
Mighty Dwarf's doing an amazing job of really finding these picks once clinical. So many ults used though. The Flux comes out. The Tire is huge by Bonesy, finding 3. The Flux finding Sonic Chronic, the enemy, but it's not going to be able to find any true advantage. Mania Moon just trying to DPS Belge Mercy here, whatever they can, but it's not going to be enough as their entire team taken out. Now Mania Moon's left to really just duel off against Mooney, and that duel isn't really going to be winnable, but trades did go both ways there, so this recontest could be big for the Welsh Whales.
Yeah, Wales decided to recontest fast, knowing that a bunch of the anglers were still respawning. They end up punishing Mooney very early. Schmilf closing on this dragon could make a big play, however, early bomb was committed from Norlogic. The anglers do not have the resources to mirror that. And then Herbology going for the res, ends up living through it. Mighty Dwarf gets punished onto Schmilf, however, res comes through, res traded. Mighty Dwarf is just marking Schmilf right now, making sure he doesn't get any value. High nade from Mighty Dwarf, finds one, Schmilf trades, but this should be a team fight. Oh wait, it should be a team fight with the anglers. Yeah, it's a team fight with the anglers.
Yeah, this is going to be the last really true fight. It's a question of will the Welsh Whales contest, and as of right now, it does not look like it at all. Nobody really has the potential or the way of getting in here. Naga maybe touching. Yes, Naga is back for the touch in the last second, but gonna be taken out. But Florian still with this amazing recontest and a rest from Mania Moon. Hold up, this could be clutchable. Mania Moon makes it out with her life as well. Herbology trades off the res, but now the Welsh Whales have the advantage here, getting a little bit more space. The 6 to 7 tire from Mooney. It's gonna not find anything, and Welsh Whales are back on.
Then, with a huge visor, finds 2. Looking to carry this fight, finds another. Just the Sigma on point right now, looking for the punish on down Sigma. And Ryan, pardon me. Looking for a kill. Lamp committed from Herbology, doesn't find anything, nor punishes Herbology. This tank lineup from the anglers just kind of anchor on this point, however, it's not going to be enough unless if Bonesy can find like 6 here. I do not think it's winnable. Bonesy looking to do just that, doesn't find anything, and this should be a win for the Whales. And they cap with no time left, however. Capping Havana in general is just... yeah, that's solid in itself. It's a very difficult map to cap.
And that final contest by Naga on ball, that was so crucial. Contesting in the legitimate last second, and then the rest of the Welsh Whales come back with ultimates enough to really turn over that fight. I didn't think it was possible. I don't know if the awesome anglers thought it was possible, but they do the impossible and they get that full cap, and that now puts pressure on the awesome anglers. They've been in this situation before on King's Row where it did start out a little bit strong for the Welsh Whales, and now it's just how do you recover from that?
Yeah, can I just take a second to point out the 14k damage coming in from Bonesy right now? Next highest in the lobby's under 10k, so obviously doing a lot of damage on this Junkrat. However, isn't leading his team in final blows. Doing a lot of damage, not really finishing him off, kind of relying on Mighty Dwarf to, be that finisher. However, Nolo just, outshining everyone in the lobby, currently at 19 final blows. Next highest, 13 with Mighty Dwarf, followed by Centurion.
Honestly, like, it's just crazy to me how many, tires Bonesy can get, and only one really got value. He's doing so much, but like you said, it was like dry value in a sense that they weren't really able to find anything off it. Now they have Schmilf back on the Hanzo, actually getting the pocket as well for potentially some early picks, but Sonic Chronic just denying those picks. And now Schmilf gonna have to back up. Mania Moon also back out as well. It's gonna be an interesting competition with Mooney on the ball here. Like, maybe used to disrupt the high ground, but it's gonna be a question of can they disrupt that double shield?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty difficult for Bonesy to get value here. Ball, obviously not a bad hero here. However, he doesn't really have much follow-up for his dives. He's gonna be looking for more displacement while his team pops up. Bonesy falling low, doesn't get punished. However, not much is happening here. Schmelf getting very close to getting picks. Finds a pick onto Herbology. Nort finds one on Bonesy. And that should be just clean up for the rest of this fight. Schmelf finding another. Maybe he finds a third onto the Sigma. And he does. Maybe a fourth. Yep, there we go. Oh!
Alright, but no, Schmilf actually gets a pick on a Miro before going down, but unfortunately he's going to be taken out there. So now it's going to be a 5v5 fight, but down Schmilf, I think, is going to be very crucial in this battle, but Schmilf is going to be there in theory with this dragon. It's very, very preemptive, and it's kind of underneath the map, but he could get a little bit of pressure onto the team. Not enough to really do necessarily anything, as Herbology still gets a res right on top of it, but Roy already with the window, and that's really going to slow down their team. Visor from Centurion as well. Lots of ultimates used here, only to really find a single pick. Now Mighty Dwarf looking for that engage, gets Schmilf on this engage here, and now rotating around the side, gets another one on the Mania move before getting taken out by Nagaina. So now that's going to really flip the favor of this fight to the side of the awesome anglers. The nano onto Bonesy is going to be huge. It's going to allow Bonesy to just go fully aggressive. North's backing up, Corey's backing up, and awesome anglers are going to be allowed to use space.
Yeah, ult advantage, pretty similar to both teams. Schmilf finds an early pick though. Bongo committed from Nort large. They want to go aggressive. Bonesy does end up breaking that though. Ends up getting punished by Schmilf though. Schmilf already finds 2 opening picks. Gonna be looking to go aggressive. Maybe Naga commits this ult here, which he does. Schmilf almost finds Slimbo. Slimbo dies. Zig falls as well. Nagaina popping off. Mighty Dwarf tries to carry the fight, however it won't be enough. That's a decent amount of ults used for the anglers to no avail.
Because they use multiple ultimates with the Flux coming out and the Nano coming out and the High Noon coming out in that single fight, just being countered out there by both the tank ults for the Welsh Whales. That's really a lost fight, but also a costly fight at that. Only the tire available for Bonesy, and Corey's been doing such an amazing job at countering those tires. All the Welsh Whales need to do is play out ults and play out their time, and that's exactly what they're doing here. They hit the visor, they hit the window, and that's going to be the pressure that they need to force back the awesome anglers back into a corner, pinched in, pinched out, and now with one of their tanks down, the other one surely following there immediately. Just Mighty Dwarf and Herbology left for their team. We're entering one fight territory with no real advantage for the awesome anglers.
Yeah, I think Bonesy needs to get off this Junkrat. I really want to see him go to Genji here. You already have Emerald on Ana. Providing your team at a disadvantage, Baptiste is significantly better here. Schmilf looking to make a flank play here. I'm surprised no one saw him for that Mercy, however. Nagaina finds a pick on the Mighty Dwarf. Rezzed up, Dragon committed. Bonesy finds a pick on the Nagaina. There's that.
Herbology actually shutting down Nolo there, and that's going to be huge. This could be the fight that they need. The tire's also massive as well. It's used for the complete cleanup of Nagaina and Centurion, and now it doesn't look like the Welsh Whales are going to be able to get back in time to contest, but I said that last time, so never want to count them out, but doesn't even look like they're posturing to contest at all. They just want to play for this second point. Now that they have sort of this time bank lead, they can really play out the time, play for third point in Nirvana if they want, because they've already pulled cap. The pressure is on the awesome anglers for this recontest, and now the awesome anglers managed to make that switch up onto the double shield, and it has been paying off a little bit better, but no other switch ups, and Welsh Whales still feel like they're winning out these fights more.
Now, Schmilf makes the swap off the Hanzo on the Cassidy. I don't necessarily like this. However, maybe he'll find value. Bongo committed. Doesn't really look like it'll find much. However, Mighty Dwarf nearly falls, peeking the Bongo. Zen has his visor out there ready. Gonna see when he commits it. Bonesy finds a pick onto Mighty Dwarf though. The flanking Junkrat finding value. Schmilf does end up trading it onto Bonesy, getting that pick that I said he needed to get. Schmilf finds another, making the Cassidy work. Flux committed from Sonic on it. It's huge. Finds a pick onto Schmilf. Nor trades out one on the Mighty Dwarf. This is such a back and forth fight. Flux committed from Nagaina. Visor committed as well. Doesn't really find anything, the Flux doesn't. However, the Visor from Centurion will end up cleaning up this fight.
Visor is really all you need, but Kerbology, I gotta shout out there, sneaking in a res like on top of Nolo, and then immediately after sneaking the cart all the way up to almost the final corner of this point. So really great job there of getting value off of a lost fight, but now not necessarily losing on ultimates, but with the high noon and the window on both sides, you can really do a ton with these ultimates. You can see how much is done right there as Shimmo gets taken out. The the window Centurion just doing so much work.
Yeah, people talking in chat. A little bit of trash talking coming in between Kerbology and Schmilf, you know. Trying to decide, you know, who's better at the game. Who knows? But we're gonna have to see. Sorry, I'm laughing from it. But Schmilf does have this visor here, and one bush dies. Visor comes through, finds Kerbology. Kerbology can't punish the ultimate. Ult being thrown in from the anglers. This is last fight territory. You need Bones to get something huge with this ult. Does find Corey, that's the pick you need. However, it's going to be very difficult to sustain, especially when Schmilf finds a pick like that. Finds another pick. And map win for the Whales. 2-1 in the series.
Victory.
Whales up 2-1 in the series, and at the end, it's just going to be that difference in pressure, that difference in power. They're so good with a double shield, and you can see exactly why. They played it so dynamically, really denying all the value that the awesome anglers could get. As we get to see this play of the game here, the high noon from Mighty Dwarf, complemented with the flux there. Some great plays, but unfortunately not enough to win this map.
Yeah, great play from him. Honestly, I think Bonesy should have gotten off the Junkrat. I think, yeah, a Genji or anything would have done better. Sure, he got a lot of damage. You see, he got 39% of his team damage, but if you look at final blows, definitely was not performing to the same level as Nolo, or even, I believe, Scent was outperforming in final blows there, so maybe Bonesy needed to recognize and make a swap earlier. He's obviously a better player than me, so, you know, I trust him, but in my opinion, he probably should have made a swap.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's all a question of what your team is most comfortable with. Bonesy definitely known for his Junkrat and definitely comfortable on the Junkrat. So if that's what they felt was the value, we are just the casters. All we can do is analyze, and Bonesy just does what Bonesy does best in leading the team. But now it's going to be a 2-1 lead for the Welsh Whales, and that's really going to force the the awesome anglers to make a choice here. Do they want to send it to 2CP based off the chat? It seems like they do not want to do so, but Bonesy now really has to make this choice of where do you want to send it?
Yeah, we're gonna have to look to see. Bonesy's asking if they want to skip 2CP. However, the Whales could deny this and say, let's go 2CP. Hopefully they don't say that. I don't really want to watch it, to be honest. Would much rather watch some hybrid, but you know, the Whales are kind of an enigma. Earlier in the season, we're known as, you know, almost potentially the worst team in the league.
No, definitely
However,
known as the worst team in the league.
yeah, they were kind of contending with the Cats. The Whales do end up opting to skip. However, as of recently, you know, they've been proven to be dominant. You know, I'd be honestly scared to play them right now. But Nolo, with how he's playing, he can contest basically anyone in the league, I think, at this point.
I would definitely agree with that. It feels like the DPS line is just crazy. Yeah, I agree, Invictus. I need the warm-up routine. The imps need the warm-up routine. What is our warm-up routine, by the way, Trey?
Listen to After Dark by Mr. Kitty.
I know, but like, should we get more of a warm-up routine? I feel like that, like,
No.
Oh my gosh.
You know why we did so bad in our scrim? We did not listen to After Dark by Mr. Kitty.
That is true.
That's what happened. Everyone would have been woken up for that. We'd have popped off.
To be fair, we're also half asleep the entire time. GG.
I lost my phone. I don't know where I just dropped it. There it is, guys.
That's the worst. I always hate losing the phone.
Anyways, looks like they're opting to go no 2CP, so kind of wonder what we're gonna see here. We could see Blizzard World potentially. I think that plays more into the double shield, so yeah, Eichenwald probably a better choice here.
Yeah, anything to get the Welsh Whales off of the double shield, in my opinion. And Nolo off of something where he can find like amazing angles. I'm not sure if Eigenwald is known for like cheeky off angles, but
You can get off
anything to
angles on
counter
second.
Nolo.
Yeah, you can get off angles on second. On first and third, it's a little bit more difficult, though. I'm sure Nolo can do it. He's that one flanker that you pull up in your rank game. You think it's gonna be a good day of Overwatch, and for some reason there's just a Cassidy behind you, flash fanning you 24/7. He's one of those players.
This is
Everyone
why
hates him.
I'm gold.
Everyone hates
There's
him,
no
but loves when they're on your
Cassidy's
team.
flanking, doing stuff.
Yeah, yeah, definitely not fun, but I can well. It's gonna be interesting. So I think second point's gonna be kind of like the make or break for these teams. Second point, very difficult, especially with contestant the high ground. You could easily see, one of the DPS like Bonesy, Sent, Schmilf, or Mighty Dwarf, starting to carry when we get to that second point. They just sit on high ground, popping shots down, and end up killing everything. So it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how that plays out.
In terms of tank compositions, I know we've seen a lot of different tank compositions for the awesome anglers, really trying to find their rhythm. They've been placing Booney on Ball, Booney on Ryan, Booney on Orisa, and then Sonic Chronic on the typical off tanks. What do you think's the key in terms of tank compositions for the awesome anglers?
I think definitely first point, you got to run the brawl. I think you just run the classic brawl. Then what you want to do is to try to if you're attacking, to try to take that high ground as the brawl. However, if it's stalling out, maybe make a swap over to a Ball or Winston comp to try to break through it. Booney can play these heroes pretty well. His teammates are very flexible. But I would recommend opting in for that brawl as much as possible.
Brawl definitely could be big for their team, but I don't know. I felt like they were kind of mashed up on Brawl on King's Row, though. Is the
Yeah,
thing.
it was very close. They did end up slightly getting an edge over them. So, but I think at this point, it's kind of what you got to do. I could maybe see them, if let's say that the Welsh Whales do go a double shield comp, I could see Booney maybe making a swap over to a Winston and trying to play that style. A Winston or Ball trying to dive into it, although it might be very difficult to do.
Definitely could be very difficult, but some swaps coming over. See Raz getting placed in for the Welsh Whales. That will be the ringer, and Mania Moon being subbed out.
I think this means you're probably going to see a double shield with potentially a Brig, maybe expecting that more dive-centered comp that I was suggesting. So you could potentially try to punish this.
I love how Invictus just friended me in the middle of my production and his cast. Like what? That just like caught me so off there.
Wow, I can't believe it didn't have you friended already.
No, he's Thog. I don't have friend.
Oh,
I don't
Thog,
have
yeah.
Thog friended. What is a Thog?
A Thog? What? How don't you know what a Thog is? That's pretty Thogger. I don't know what it
Bro,
means.
this is
I
not
probably
very
just said
Thog.
something
His
bad.
Thoggers of me.
I probably just said something bad. Who knows?
Probably.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. That's the goal. We just don't want to say bad things.
Yeah.
Supposed to be, PG on cast. Maybe
I'll
PG-13
PG.
sometimes.
I am PMA now. I've
You're
been
PMA
converted
now?
to PMA side. Yeah.
Tell me about your conversion to PMA.
7 days PMA.
7 days PMA.
Yeah. I started playing quick play more. I'm now PMA.
Okay.
No swears even.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Do you still hate your team?
Well, of course. That
Okay.
can't be changed.
Okay. So maybe not like all PMA, but like decent
I'm
amount of
PMA towards everyone I don't hate, and I only hate my team.
I see.
Ready for battle.
Yep. Yep. Here's that brawl comp. Okay. I could see Nolo playing the Doomfist here. Maybe he does that right side rollout, looks for a play. Sent opting for the Pharah. I really like this. Honestly, that makes me think maybe Raz might be a little bit better at pocketing a Pharah than Mania Moon. I'm assuming it's probably a little more difficult to pocket a Pharah on controller. So that could be, kind of what they're looking to do. But if Nodlo runs out on this Doomfist, I'll be interested to see how he plays it.
Very interested to see. I love the strategic fall offs for the awesome anglers at the start of the map. Hopefully they all get here in time as you do see the final members really trickling in there. But I think it's really just gonna be the difference in composition here. I know May was the solution for the awesome anglers on King's Row, but will it be the solution here? You can see Bonesy playing this off angle, looking for the cutoff, and almost cutting off Nort Logic there. Not going to be able to find him though. And now the trick is really up. They do get the freeze on the Nort Logic, but it's going to be a beautifully placed lamp that's going to save their team and allow Schmilf to really find the initial pick. And now Nort and Schmilf just popping off so hard as the awesome anglers are just falling over one by one, and the Welsh Whales doing an amazing job at moving and adapting with this double shield.
Yeah, it's definitely off the back of Nolo. I did say that he could potentially do the Doomfist rollout on the right side, which he ended up doing. The awesome anglers weren't expecting it, and he got a perfectly timed kill onto the Baptiste right before the fight started, or just as it is starting, so that the anglers did not have any main heals, which at that point, you know, it's going to be very, very difficult to win, especially against double shield.
Yeah, definitely going to be extremely difficult to win there. All sides.
Bonesy nearly getting punished onto Schmilf there. However, ult advantage definitely in the favor of the Whales. They're going to have 3 ults coming into this, whereas the awesome anglers will have nothing. Going to be looking to potentially see a early window from Corey, or potentially a Barrage or a Schmilf Doom ult. All of them could be very valid options. Anglers drop down to go aggressive here. War, my co-caster, does lag out, however, I will be taking over.
Go next. No,
Schmilf going in with the Doom ult.
Anything.
Okay, Schmilf goes in with the Doomfist ult, takes down everyone. Mighty Dwarf tries to pick out onto him. Then opts to go aggressive with the Barrage, but gets you know, stopped in his tracks. He's looking to see what he can do with that. Mighty Dwarf has to break out. Sent looking to punish him. Nearly gets punished himself. Bonesy making a play. Booney ends up punishing him. Schmilf trades it out into Bonesy. Trades going both ways. Ult advantage now in the favor of the anglers. Flux committed from Nagaina. Bomb from Sonic Chronic. Traded out. But neither finds really that much value. Solo flips onto the Reinhardt. However, if they break this lamp, it could be a fight win. Yeah,
be a fight win, but a lot of ults on the table for both these teams here, and looks like the aggression is going to come back for the awesome anglers, but it's going to be completely shut down by the ultimates of the Welsh Whales there. So much damage given out by Centurion and co, and it's going to force a complete reset for the awesome anglers.
Yeah, reset forced out. Flimbo Schlimbo does have the shatter. Is going to have to work through two shields as well as a Pharaoh, so it might be very hard to get value. Probably gonna look to solo shatter a Sigma here. However, Mighty Dwarf, the anti-air Reaper, takes down Scent. Schmilf finds a pick on the Flimbo. Windows committed from both sides. Corey finding a pick of his own. Schmilf finding another one and two. Schmilf cannot do any wrong. The flank, oh my god, he finds another. Absolutely popping off this fight. Ends up winning it for his team. And they're on to 3rd point already.
And it's just so crazy how much value this man can get just by playing these good positions. I mean, a little bit of a forced reset for a couple players, so the Welsh Whales have to really take time to get back and allow the awesome anglers to get a good contest here, but looks like the fight's already breaking out. Yeah,
a little bit of early poke coming through. Razmataz probably going to look to commit this Valkyrie a little early. Emery does have the beat. Could see a beat engage out of them. They'll definitely need to win off that. Mayork already finding low. Bonesy with the pick onto Schmilf though. Rooney's going so aggressive here, finding a lot of swing value. Pull comes through, doesn't really find much combos off of that. However, Bonesy doing so much, already almost has a tire. Has the tire built up just after one fight. Not going to commit it, however, it will have it available for the next fight.
Definitely available for the next fight, but we're seeing still even in the tracker of the ults. But I mean, Welsh Whales are on the brink of basically every single ultimate. Well, I mean, ultimate are
huge
kind
bomb.
of as well, but yeah, huge bomb coming out there, and that's gonna find out most of the Welsh Whales team, and that's just gonna be able to completely deny the push. So the Welsh Whales sort of have to go back to reset. That's how much one ult can really win out a fight.
Yeah, Welsh Whales have all 6 ultimates here. The anglers coming up on 5, however, Mighty Dwarf does fall early. Bunsy commits this tire. He'll be looking to find more value on it. Finds a kill onto Corey on the Baptiste. It's going to be very difficult to go aggressive without your main healer in the Baptiste. Schmilf looking to engage a little bit though. Bonesy on the flank. knocks Schmilf out of position, nearly gets him punished. However, it's gonna be like a little soft reset from Welsh Williams. Gonna be looking to come in with all 6 ults here, potentially just clean win a fight.
But the
Pause
awesome
comes through.
anglers have ults as well. I mean, as this pause does come through, the awesome anglers do have ults as well, and that's going to be huge for them because they have a way of really countering out this aggression. I love the way that the awesome anglers are really using their ults just one by one, not really even trying to necessarily complement ults unless there's multiple ults being used against them. And I love that from them solely because of the fact that they're not necessarily losing out, they're winning time slowly but surely. But for me, I'd love my monitor to turn back on because I hate casting over nothing.
Yeah, a little bit awkward coming in. War currently does not have a monitor, so he's gonna be doing
Touche.
more between fight stuff, but we'll have to see what's going on. Corey apparently having an allergy attack. Seems like he's doing fine now.
Oh my god. You know what happened? You know what happened?
Oh my god.
Bonesy? Bonesy and Booney went in. They did the allergy play. Dude, it just works, you know?
Yeah, pretty aggressive play, not really sanctioned by the league, but Schmilf does get punished by Mighty Dwarf. It's gonna be very difficult to engage. Window committed. Nor uses Mago, however, Flimbo Schlimbo with the 2K Fire Strike. The window Fire Strike combo coming in big. Schmilf ends up trading one, but it'll be to no avail. That's a reset for the Whales.
For the whales, and also basically an effectively wasted ult for the whales as Nort initially bongos is taken out there. But I'm just excited to see Q get pressed here. There's a lot of ults that can come into play and a lot of really potential for all these teams. How do they use it? And the Welsh whales are characteristically good for using their ults, but Bonesy setting up his ultimate could be big here. It does find one.
Yeah, a pick from Bonesy onto Schmilf, but it is rezzed out. The Whales need to be more willing to commit ults, which they do. Shadow comes from Mooney, doesn't really find much. However, the Blossom from Mighty Dwarf does find two, and that's another team fight from Anglers.
Alright. Really just doing so well with just using the ults so slowly one by one, because now at this point, out of the 6 ults that they had at the start, they used all 6 of them. But Sonic Chronic almost has this bomb built back up, so now they can just keep cycling over and over again. As long as Sonic Chronic's able to get a little bit more poke, they should have it for this next fight. And really, the only thing left to counter that is going to be the Raz Melt, which is just all used to sustain the team. So I don't really know if it's an event. Early Valkyrie popped engagement fight, though, with bomb there to counter it.
Yeah, that's another team fight win from the Anglers. Great play from them. They seem to be holding this choke very well. This is the strength of this brawl comp. It's gonna be very hard for the double shield to push through. Schmilf and Sent off to swap off the Pharmacy and the Cassidy. Naga swapping over to the Reinhardt. We got a little bit of a Ryan Arisa comp coming through, which is always fun to see. Herbology with the early window nearly punishes Schmilf. He does end up getting punished by Mighty Dwarf. Rez comes out onto Schmilf, however Bonesy finds 2 in the meantime. Mighty Dwarf finding another, and Bonesy cleaning up the fight, and that's another team fight win for the Anglers.
They're just using ult so well. I mean, I feel like if I'm the Welsh Whales, don't push to the choke, just go on an off angle. Bonesy's been holding out their left side the entire time, which is not allowing them to do anything. So you just gotta walk on one of the awesome anglers who split out and get some sort of value against them. Otherwise, they're solely dismantling your team, and now only coming back with the bongo and almost the blade. You really have to just find some type of solution, and the solution may be there as they do push Bonesy out, but not gonna be able to find it.
Booney trying to make a hero play in the last second. However, Bonesy will be the one to do it. Find the 2K tire. Blossom comes through. Bonesy finds another 2. 4 kills for him, and that's a win for the Anglers. They hold them on 3rd point. And you know it's going to be the Anglers' turn to attack. Welsh Whales did do better on the first 2 points. Significantly better. So we'll have to see whether they'll be able to match the same kind of tempo that they did on the first 2 points on defense.
Yeah, and I feel like they know that the awesome anglers are going to be going for this brawl. If you're the Welsh Whales, you really have to find a way to counter this brawl, because if they brawl into you similar to the way that they brawled on King's Row, that brawl was able to get them basically through the entire map twice with their time banks. So the Welsh Whales need to find some sort of solution to the brawl. Otherwise, they're just going to get slowly picked apart. And I don't think that their sort of like team fight, lose a player, then just fully fall over is going to work. They need to find some
Ready
other
for
type of
battle.
solution.
Yeah, Limbo Schlimbo. Kind of swagging on the Ryan. Nearly threw that last fight, I'll have to say. Tried to make a flank shatter, ends up finding nothing, however. Yeah, Bonesy bails him out there. You know, that's kind of what you want to see from your captain, your 4 or 5 peak player. Whereas, you know, he performs. Schmilf finding significantly less value, although he is currently leading his team in final blows. Actually does have a deadlift going on right now. However, you know, it's not enough at the moment. He needs to be finding more value. He's getting picked very early, a lot of fights there, so we need to see that change.
Definitely need to see that change. It's just a question of will they be yet again be able to enable the DPS to find these picks, or will the DPS just fall over? And I think Bonesy on Junkrat is definitely working out a lot better on this map.
Yeah, Schmilf finds an early pick onto Bonesy on the Junkrat. Can I force a quick little reset? The Whales are going to be looking to give a little bit more space here. They're playing a lot more pokey. They don't really want the anglers to rush onto them. However, as I say that, Schmilf plays really aggressive. That's kind of player he is. Bonesy looking to walk forward here, straight onto them. Gets grouped back a little, however, they are taking space well. Limbo gets onto the backline, sent the kill onto Bonesy though. Sonic Chronic trades one out on Raz, Nort finds one on Herbology. This looks like it should be in the Whales' favor, however, Limbo is still alive. He is still pounding. Sonic gets flashed, does end up getting punished. Milk finds a pick onto Mayor, and Emro will kill the Orisa. Kind of a back and forth fight here, however, it should be favoring the Whales. Schmilf with the ult reload, just, you know, assert dominance. Didn't really need it, but does it anyways.
Interesting use of the ult. I'm not sure if it really gains them the ult advantage, but with Corey already with the window and Naga almost about 20% left towards that flux, it could be, you know, used anyways, but a lot of ults going to be coming up soon for the Awesome Anglers, and that's what they saw them do so well in the last fight. They've just been cycling ults at such a high rate. They're all high value ults, especially if you do get in with that Booming Shatter or that Bonesy Tire. It's going to be massive. The first one that's going to be used is the bull windows coming out from Technology Corey.
Yeah, Bonesy finds a pick onto Schmilf the Tire. Shatter comes through just to clean up the fight, and that is a fight win for the Awesome Anglers. Herbology's window got significantly more value than Corey's. Corey's window, it just, you know, kind of forced them to reposition. However, Herbology's window, you know, gave them all the space in the world. So, good play from Herbology, good play on Bonesy and Booney to follow that up. However, ult advantage in the favor of the Whales for this fight.
They have the chance to really make this comeback. The question is, will they? Schmilf currently just holding on to the high ground with the rest of the Welsh Whales, doing an amazing job of that so far, but don't even know if the Awesome Anglers want this high ground. They just want to find a way to disrupt the Welsh Whales overgamming so far. And the rest of the team is sitting in this building trying to play their position. Multiple ults going to be invested there. The Bongo comes out, and the Visor also coming out both ways.
Oh, Sonic Chronic with the bomb onto Schmilf. Good play from him. Mayor opts to use the Blossom. Maybe not needed, but does actually find 2 with it, so yeah, you can't knock it. And they didn't end up using too many ults. It's going to be pretty even going into this next fight. Going to be looking for Bonesy to kind of pop off here. Whereas on the opposite side, you're going to be looking to Naga to pop off.
I mean, you can also look to Schmilf, Nolo, Grigamamale. You can call him many names, but you can never figure out where he is with the potential Deadeye to flank in and get some power. But, I mean, Awesome Anglers are sort of already designed the flank, making it so they can't really do anything. Beat comes through, that's going to be the full gauge on this fight.
Yeah, Beat comes through, Bonesy with the Tire. Corey doesn't really find much value with the window. Pin from Limbo Schlimbo onto Nortlogic. Punishes them. This should be a fight win for the Anglers. However, Sent is currently popping off right now. Finds 2 picks. Actually looking to turn it himself. Absolutely insane on the Soldier. One of the DPS he's known for, the Soldier and the Pharah. Commits the Visor. Maybe not necessarily necessary, but, you know, he does it for the highlight. You know, you can't knock that. Absolutely pops off. Herbology, maybe a little tilt that Sun's popping off so hard, maybe a little bit upset that, you know, he'd kill her, but you know how it is, you know how it is.
just how it is. You know, friendly rivalry between old teammates. Obviously, you do have a couple of the former Kanto Cantalopes representing both teams with Corey and Centurion on one team and Herbology and Bonesy on the other team. So a little bit of a friendly rivalry in a lot of ways between both these teams. But at the end of the day, only one can win and only one can take this. As noticed that Schmilf did make that swap onto the Genji and almost has that blade on him.
Yeah, really looking to him to pop off. Herbology does get punished. Did have the windows available, however. Bomb Cannon from Sonic Chronic shouldn't really find much. Does find Corey, actually. However, Nort Shatter is huge. Finds Pig. Bonesy isn't able to turn out a summon. And this could potentially be a stagger onto Sonic Chronic. He'll end up just jumping off the map. But going into this fight, you have the Blade from Schmilf. You have the Flux coming in from Naga. Bonesy swapping over to the Tracer.
Swap onto the Tracer. I'm not really sure how I feel about this necessarily because it felt like they were sort of popping off from previous roll, but maybe not, I guess. Could be able to put a little bit more pressure on the backline with Welsh Rails, and that might be exactly what the Awesome Anglers need because they are opting for more of a competition. But now that Booney has
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
Booney pins Schmilf out of the blade. Schmilf pops the blade, however, Boonsy pins him, gets the flank shatter, does get punished, but however, his team should be able to clean this up. Beat committed from Emerald just to secure this fight. And great play from Booney, absolutely dominates, carries that fight. Pop-off fire right there.
Definitely a pop-off player, and definitely a pop-off play when it mattered most. I mean, at the end of the day, using their ultimate as well, and unfortunately falling down there, but it does give the Awesome Anglers a breath of air, a chance to really turn this around and win it. And Raz, actually finding the Res onto Corey does give the opening to the recontest, but the point's already going to be fully captured now. Going on for the third point.
Well, that's a good bomb. Should find a pick. Finds pick onto Naga and Nort and Raz get punished. That's a team fight win for the Anglers. And they don't have much progress to go. Schmilf finds a pick, but I don't think anyone can contest. Yeah, this is a map win for the Awesome Anglers. Going to map 5. An amazingly close series so far. Excited to see who wins it.
Definitely excited to see who wins it, but do you know what I'm excited to see?
What's
monitor
that?
again.
preferably,
preferably my monitor again. So I'm gonna restart my PC. I'm gonna leave you all with Trey for a bit while I see if I can get this fixed. But amazing map 5 for the Awesome Anglers, and I'm looking to see what's gonna be happening on this final map.
Yeah, good play. Apparently, Booney actually shut down a nano blade instead of just a regular blade, so even more impressive there. So absolutely insane from him. 30k damage blocked. But yeah, going into this, it is the Wales map pick. That's what you get for winning that first map of the series. You'll end up getting the third map. So you'll end up being able to choose the control point that you go into. Potentially gonna see something like a not a Lijiang that probably favors the Anglers. Yeah, there's no nano. Wait, yeah, there was no nano. Anyways, I don't know what they got. They could go Nepal. That's very possible. They did end up winning Nepal in their last series, I believe, so maybe looking to do that. That could be a big play for them.
Hey,
But yeah,
I'm here too.
Interesting. Hello, we have Invictus on the temporary cast. Hello, how's it going?
Hi, I'm filling in for War while he restarts. This is a really close game. It's been a blast to watch.
Yeah, it's been a blast to cast, that's for sure.
Oh, if we're talking about early MVP candidates, who would you be looking at? I would presume
MVP
maybe
here?
Schmilf. I mean, for the match, just early guesses.
Oh, match MVP? Okay,
Yeah.
I'd say, honestly, I'm looking towards Schmilf, and I'd say potentially the Nort logic here. I haven't necessarily called him out much, but I believe on Havana, he was absolutely pounding as well on the Orisa. He's been crazy this series, makes the swap over to Ryan, had some big shatters on the latest map. He's been kind of swagging out, you know.
What about
Schmilf
on the side of the
obviously getting a lot of
Anglers?
spotlight. This is a tough one. You know, I'm looking towards potentially Plimbo Schlimbo, aka Booney, or Kerbology. I think Kerbology's been very solid on the Baptiste. Hasn't really been getting picked much, you know, besides the occasional Schmilf pop-offs. Been doing constant healing, you know, doing everything that a support player should, you know, and on a role that they typically don't play. They're typically more that, like, Mercy type player. However, they've been playing a pretty solid Baptiste.
Honestly, I would be inclined to move away from those and maybe look at Mighty Dwarf, because he's been exerting some mighty diffs throughout this series. You've been seeing some great two-man high noons from Mighty Dwarf, and he's been doing really well, sometimes even surpassing Bonesy in final blows for his SR. Very, very good pickup.
Yeah, actually, I completely forgot about that. On Havana, I know he led final blows. This most recent map, he's had some great high noons. Absolute pop-off plays from him. And he's going to be good on the Reaper. Mighty Dwarf, almost known for that Reaper at this point, especially his Blossoms. Always ends up getting like a 2 or 3K somehow. I don't know how even, but he somehow manages it.
I think I've been giving Mighty Dwarf some unfair time on the stream.
Hey, I mean, I don't think anyone can blame you.
I guess it's for a good reason. He's been doing so good.
Yeah.
Props to Mighty.
I cannot disagree with that.
We're back.
War is here. I'm going to mute up now.
Welcome back, War.
Thank you for taking over, Invictus. But I'm back. I can see this is so hype. Vision is great, everybody. I heard a bit of your MVP talk, and I also heard that the map choice seems to be Nepal, unfortunately for Purple Jesus, who said Nepal sucks, don't go there in chat.
Yeah. So, Nepal, I kind of expected this, especially from the Whale. They want to play that double shield comp. It's pretty good on especially one of the maps. The other two, you can definitely get away with it. Or you could just play the Brawl, which, they've shown to be very, very competent on. I'm interested to see if Mania Moon comes in, which it looks like she is going to be coming in.
Mania Moon exerting the Mania Moon diff in the final map. But yeah, I think this is a great map to really end it on, even though it may seem like the Welsh Whales have sort of an advantage on this map. I think it could definitely go either way between both these teams, because both have been popping off in their individual ways, some with individual players, some with team compositions. So got to see how it goes in this final match, and it's going to be Mania Moon coming in for the Welsh Whales against the Awesome Anglers in the 2-2 series.
Yeah, I'm super interested to see what happens here. Hot take. Make your prediction now. Who do you think is going to win more?
I think I'm trying to do some research while I'm making my prediction. But based off my research, I think the Welsh Whales are going to win.
The Welsh Whales?
Yes.
Honestly, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Okay.
I think they have Sanctuary on the lockdown, and I think the other maps, they could definitely do. I think the other maps are toss-ups. I think that the Anglers could definitely win those. However, they'll be close to it, but I think they for sure have Sanctuary on lockdown, which I think gives them a slight edge. Sanctuary is just so good for the double shield comp. I've almost been tempted to mirror it a few times, even maybe over our 7-man caps. However, I've swayed away from that.
GG, 7-man so OP. You want to know an interesting fact? I believe the Welsh Whales have played the most matches all season, because they only missed one map in the regular season. They got 3-1 in that map, and then every other single map was a 5-game series.
Oh my goodness.
In the playoffs, we did 3-0 them, which was their quickest time out of a match.
That's insane.
But
that's so many maps.
They always go to map 5, and we see them here again. They brought the Frogs to map 5. They brought the Skies to map 5. They
brought the Anglers there.
Yeah, they're bring the Anglers there today, so we'll have to see if this is going to be a favorable map 5 for them today. And I think on that same take, I believe the Awesome Anglers also have an insane amount of map 5s as well. So teams that we consistently see on map 5, but the question is, who will do the best here today?
Yeah, I think the Anglers are definitely favored in this composition here. Running the May on this point is so impactful. Because this Ryan, it's going to have to touch the point eventually, and when he does, Bonesy is just going to be here at the wall to try to get him. But if Schmilf gets the flash fan, nearly punishes him, Nortlogic does get walled off, and that's the power of the May right there. That's kind of what you're lacking with the Cassidy Reaper comp. You're kind of just relying to find picks here, which, you have Schmilf on the DPS, you can definitely expect that to eventually come through, but it just depends on how fast it's going to be. Whereas Bonesy on the flank nearly punishes Naga, does get healed, And that's a team fight win for the Awesome Anglers, barring some heroics.
Definitely some heroics there, and you talked about the team composition differential, and Bones is just exerting so much power. Even though they go down there, they assist in finding 2 more picks and a complete stagger out onto the Welsh Whales. Now, both Mania Moon and Nagaino need to really escape from this position, but in terms of ultimates, we're still fairly even on both sides, but I gotta be looking to the Booney Shadow to really decide this fight. You can see Novo really priming this Deadeye. Could be huge here as he's sneaking around the high ground, but it's a question of what will they be able to do at the flash onto Bone. Booney's gonna give away the position, but really stall out their team, and Centurion comes in on the flank as well. They're doing a great job of really just attempting to isolate on this point. It's gonna be a BAP window placed in the exact position where the wall is. The wall's gonna come down, and that's gonna make some value, but the Shadow's gonna come through. That could be enough to win this out. The Flux is gonna find 3. Awesome as well from Mighty Dwarf, but Snow's going to be fluxed into the air, and this could be turning the potential point here as Sonic Chronic is D-Max, and Namiro's left as kind of a solo on the point with Herbology.
Stunt's doing a lot of work here, however, I don't think he's going to be able to finish it off. Bonesy just getting too much value. The fight's still going on, however, Bonesy's going to have this mail, looking to commit it right here. Comes in, looking for a wall on Naga. Naga can very easily get punished here. High Noon from Schmilf on the flank. Gonna be flanking through. High Noon comes through, finds Herbology. Flashbang onto Reaper, nearly punishes him. Nearly dies for it, however he ends up living. Bonesy does end up falling, and this should be a fight win for the Whales. However, Mighty Dwarf finds a pick on descent. Flimbush Limbo onto Nagaina. A pin onto Nort, ends up punishing him. Schmilf, it's all up to him to finish this fight off. However, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. It's a very close fight. However, Mighty Dwarf does too much. Ends up carrying it. Mania Moon goes for the Desperation Rise and doesn't find it. And that's a map win for the Anglers.
Yes, but in terms of maps, I feel like the next 2 maps are so much more impressive with the double shield. So the Welsh Whales could definitely come back here now that it's a less Brawl favored map. So I guess we're gonna have to see, will the first map truly decide it, or will the Welsh Whales find a way to come back? And then basically the quickest they can, they're swapping over to that double shield. They're switching up the composition to what they know and they love best. And the Awesome Anglers are sticking to what they're used to, what they're truly been on the entire day. And I think this is the real test of which team wants it more, which team deserves it more, because they're all on their comfort picks and they all have the opportunity to show up.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how this goes. I want to see if the Whales comp does favor on this point, unless if Anglers can get this first fight win. This first fight is so important, because if they can hold these early chokes, the Whales are going to have a very difficult time pushing through. However, it goes the same other way. If the Whales win this first fight, it's going to be very difficult for Anglers to push through.
Well, that was a tempo advantage for the Awesome Anglers, which allowed them to really push in and go aggressive. Both map lamps utilized there, but no initial picks thus far. They're going to push out the Awesome Angler, or the Welsh Whales positioning here. Schmill finds 1, but the picks are still in the favor of the Awesome Anglers, as now they're fully forced back. Naga, the only tank left alive, trying to defend their team, but it's going to be a full capture for the Awesome Anglers, and now the double shield composition is going to be forced to reset.
Yeah, this is what I was saying. It's going to be very hard for them to get him in. Let's switch. Schmilf just finds a pick onto Schlimbo. On the flank, Mighty Dwarf forced out. Wraith already committed. Looking to just hide here. Schmilf could be looking for this High Noon. Holding the off-angle pressure. Already forced his lamp out. Bonesy getting close to this tire, however, he doesn't have it yet. Wraith forced again. Booney flash. Nearly gets punished. Herbology ends up making it back to her team. Limbo dies again. Window committed from Herbology, however, it might be too late. Bonesy does get the poop off the map, but it's all over. They end up getting losing this point here. Mighty Dwarf will get a last little bit of stall, but it's useless. The Welsh Whales get the flip.
Yeah, good 40% from the Awesome Anglers though, but now that ult advantage is in the favor of the Welsh Whales, they can be so oppressive with this double shield composition and really force the Awesome Anglers to attempt to sort of up-tempo into it. But ultimates can be used from any side, any angle, and they always have to be watching for Nolo because they could be coming from anywhere. It looks like the Awesome Anglers are just still deciding exactly what to do, where to attack from. But Nolo's doing a really good job of marking exactly what their plan is, and then they can set up the double shield in time. That Shatter comes through, it's gonna hit too, but the lamp is gonna be perfect from Corey. All the ultimates used from the Awesome Anglers will amount to something though.
Oh, Schmilf, check out the map!
A lot. Oh, Schmilf jumped off the map. The bomb's gonna be blocked. Mighty Dwarf attempting for the Death Blossom, but shut down by Centurion. Centurion with some amazing heroics, finally taken out there. And now the contest could be going either way. Gopherwatch does get the point flip there, and now anchoring the point, and seems like it's gonna be a very costly team fight win for the Awesome Anglers.
Yeah, that's literally the Nolo curse right there. Absolutely dominating all stage, and then just randomly jumps off the map. Doesn't realize where the edge is and just hops off and dies.
But, I mean, he's also, remember, it's a curse for a good reason. You have him on their team for a reason. And that pick onto Booney is going to be the reason. As of now, Lamp is going to deny this tire. The tire's actually going to come through in 9-3, though. Amazing patience.
Oh, wait, what?
By Boonzy, but oh my gosh, Nolo, Centurion, you cannot forget about these two. These are the two you need to take out, and they're not taken out just yet. North back there. For this recontest, this could actually be winnable. Another Deadeye from Nolo, really going to deny this point. He's going to get them about half a capture, and now Booney's back. Attempts for the Shatter, not going to find anything. They're dueling off against Nort Logic. The point flip's going to come through, though. They still could be winnable for the Welsh Whales.
Yeah, Nolo, I don't know if you were watching his POV, but he just randomly landed like 6 different headshots in a row and just killed everyone. So, insane from him. Absolutely carries that. Ult advantage is in their favor. It's actually pretty even. I'd say it's slightly in the favor of the Whales. Booney could land a huge shadow though. Nolo just wants more, going aggressive. Nearly gets punished, however. You know, it's Nolo. You're not going to punish him. Only he can punish himself. Jumping off the map.
GG, and that's why they stick the Mania Moon pocket. The Mania Moon leash on Nolo. It's so important. But the beat's gonna come through. It's a little bit preemptive, but and the beat's gonna come in as well. A lot of ultimates used on all sides. The fuck is gonna be huge. That finds a couple. It's gonna shut down Amiro. Centurion's there as well for this pressure. Corey just sitting in the corner, deployed the window, and the window's all that he needs to really bring to this fight. Bonesy left as a solo, gonna be shut down, and they have no contest. The Welsh Whales are gonna take it.
Yeah, you know, I think that might be someone that's not talked about enough. Naga has been an actual savior for this team. He's been so good on this off tank, absolutely popping off, huge fluxes, and on the main tank too, plays that Reinhardt. Absolutely insane player from him. One of the, you know, lower SR players. Maybe didn't necessarily thrive on the Frogs, but, you know, ever since he got traded to the Whales, has been absolutely dominating. Impressive stuff from him.
Definitely extremely impressive stuff. And now, got the final point. The final moments that will decide which team's dream stays alive in the playoff and which team goes to utter defeat. We have the Brawl Masters and the Awesome Anglers versus the Double Shield Masters and the Welsh Whales, both opting for a Symmetra on this final map for Centurion and Bonesy. Every team on exactly what they need to do. The speed advantage is going to be there for the Awesome Anglers. They're going to be allowed to set up on this point with the Sim turrets all the way on high ground. And now the Welsh Whales are going to be forced to create this recontest.
Yeah, Schmilf trying to confirm this off angle here. Bonesy nearly finds the kill. Is on the Symmetra, so will have that good beam against double shields. However, you know, Schmilf does have this more range pressure coming in, especially when he has the Mercy pocket. Taking off angle here, getting people low. However, Gopherwatch already farming up to this window. Bonesy finds a pick onto Plimbo, or onto Schmilf. And they're looking for more. They're looking to go Grumpus. Bonesy finds another, and that's a fight win for the Awesome Anglers.
An amazing job by the Awesome Anglers there. A bit of heroics from Corey at the end, which could allow a quick recontest from the Welsh Whales. But as of right now, the Sim turrets are still in place. So, I mean, Booney should be back very, very shortly, and they should be able to take this fight strong. Centurion going for a bit of poke on to their team, but they really have to find a way to disrupt these sim turrets or go on some amazing flanks that forces out this push. But the push is already going to come through. Deadeye comes through, but it's going to be blocked by the sim wall. They're not going to be able to find anything. Shut down by Mighty Dwarf, and Bonesy still lighting up. The Mighty Dwarf Death Blossom's just going to shut down Corey. It's good for 1, and 1 is all you need. They're already at 50%, and they're still rolling.
Yeah, Mighty Dwarf Blossom maybe not needed there, maybe just to show dominance, It's a power move. He just likes, showing off that he has it. He doesn't even need it. And, maybe the futile Centurion making a swap over the Pharaoh, Milf on the Genji. More of comfort heroes for them. Window comes in from Corey, looking to find value. Shmil finds Emerald. Flux committed from Naga. Cole comes in. Set finds another pick. And the Whales should be confirmed this. Mighty Dwarf is going on a flank here. Looking for the Baptiste, however, won't be able to find anything. And Welsh fails with the swaps, confirming the fight win.
Now it's just a question of, will the Welsh Whales be able to hold on? They have kind of the composition to do it. They have the double shield. I mean, obviously, now that the Bonesy has decided to swap off this Symmetra, they can't really poke through this double shield. They just have to brawl through it or amp speed through it. But you see them already opting to take this high ground. It's going to force a little bit of a different setup from the from the Welsh Whales, and a little bit different strategy overall. The Bongo already comes out, bombs it all the way to the point. Nog with an amazing job blocking that Bongo through, but Awesome Anglers are already on this point, already taking the space. Lamp invested, but window from Herbology there could be huge. Multiple ults used in, coexisting with it. The Genji ult not gonna be able to find anything, and so many ults used all at the exact same time, but it looks like Booney is gonna be the player that's benefiting, but Corey's showing up at the last second too.
Dodges the shatter. Corey making a huge play, almost to the lamp, gets the lamp, saves Naga. Absolutely pocketing him right now. Sweating out, looking to make a play. However, they should. Oh, he kills Plimbo! Another play from. Wait, I don't think he missed the window there. I think that was a definite misplay from him. Unless if Sent can find value on it. However, I don't think that window is worth it. Maybe misinput. Naga commits the flux. They're just kind of throwing an ult here, hoping something will stick, which I don't think it's gonna. Sent gets the pick on a Herbology. Picks are being traded here. Nort does fall, however. Naga falling very low. Needs to find Mighty Dwarf here. Lamp committed from Corey. Saves Naga in his life, however. Just kind of stalled out here. Mighty Dwarf has this Blossom coming in.
Mighty Dwarf with the Blossom could be able to seal the deal. The bomb could also seal this deal. No shield to block it, and Mania Moon is going to fall to that. Now the Welsh Whales are down, but not just out yet. You can never count them out. Mighty Dwarf, though, gets the Death Blossom in. Bonesy's back for the recontest, and that's going to do it. That's going to send the Awesome Anglers to advance into the playoff to face the winner of the Dorado Ducks and the Emma Sky. And unfortunately, this is going to be the end of the Welsh Whales run. It was a well-fought battle from them, but in the last moments, the Awesome Anglers take it.
Yeah, absolutely insane play from them. Insane play from both teams. Honestly, probably, I want to say the best series in the playoffs so far.
Yep.
This was a good series.
Most of the playoffs have been 3-0s, so I'd say so.
Reading chat, you know how it is.
Chat.
Anyways, let's talk about match MVP here. Who are you thinking for the Awesome Anglers?
This is such a tough question. I mean, it feels like all of their players are really showing up. Obviously, Bonesy cannot be nominated as MVP as he does not want to be nominated as MVP. But in terms of the other players, yeah, he doesn't deserve it anyways. GG's. But in terms of the other players, I'm looking towards Herbology or Mighty Dwarf, in my opinion.
I could agree with that. I could definitely agree with that. I'm not sure if Mighty Dwarf left already. That could potentially be it, or he just left the lobby. But, originally I said Herbology. Herbology not getting picked early. Playing a hero that they're not really known for, and absolutely popping off, doing a lot of healing, keeping her team up, using good immortality fields, everything.
Well, the argument for both are they provide so much value for their team for effectively lower SR. I mean, both of them are about 2.7 effectively, and both of them are effectively the lowest SR players on their team. However, they do an amazing job of really complementing this team, staying alive when it matters most, and keeping the team really alive in clutch situations. So I could definitely see either.
Yeah, I could definitely agree. I, you know, let's put it to do you have any strong opinion on one or the other?
I could see either. So what do you
Okay,
think about putting
I'm
it
gonna do
to?
a phone flip right here,
If
right?
if I am
Okay,
able
Lance.
to be the
Okay.
tiebreaker,
Okay, yeah,
Invictus
yeah,
is the
Invictus can be the
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker. Let's bring it up.
I would like to see Mighty Dwarf get an MVP. I
Mighty
think he
Dwarf?
did good.
I'm
Okay,
definitely not
I'm down.
against that. Let's
I'm
do a
down.
Mighty Dwarf MVP.
Mighty Dwarf MVP. Tell him to join Lounge, and we all just join Lounge. GG.
Yeah, I'm adding him right now at Mighty Dwarf. I don't even know what his name is on
Everybody
Discord.
changes their name.
I don't know. It
But
isn't
it's
that.
player something. I'll tell
Yeah,
you that
player.
much. But just guess a number.
Eric, yeah.
There you go. Cool.
MVP. Join lobby.
Join lobby or join lounge?
Lounge.
Lounge. GG. Go joining lounge.
One shot, one kill.
I do have an announcement though. Apparently, Sonic Chronic, who we did not nominate for MVP, did get 69% kill participation in that final.
Yeah, you know, Sonic Chronic actually pretty much a dominant player, but yeah, Mighty Dwarf just stood out during the series, so I'm definitely good to give it to him. And welcome, Mighty Dwarf.
How did I get him?
I see you.
My whole team is better than me. What do you mean?
Nah, you were popping off, man.
Quadruple
You
kill.
got a bunch of good blossoms. You had like 20 something blossom kills throughout this series. It was insane.
Anyways, congratulations on MVP, Mighty Dwarf. And I don't know if you heard our logic for your MVP, but MVP isn't necessarily like the best player on the team. It's the most value for SR, and it's doing the most for SR. And I feel like me and Trey both agreed in the moments where you shined super, super bright. You had really the most final blows for your team in almost all situations. And then those death blossoms were definitely huge on Reaper. So I think you showed up where it matters most. So congratulations for that.
Thank you so much. Oh god, I'm gonna go cry right now.
On stream?
Yeah. Most of that match, I was honestly trying not to die, cause like, I don't know if you guys noticed, but there was a lot of time. And
Seems
after
like
the second half, I only tried to stay alive, and that seemed to work. So.
yeah, I mean, it seemed like you tried staying alive, then you just get a bunch of picks, like you'd stay alive, then you'd clean up fights, but
Reaper's just like that.
Adieu.
You live, you win.
yeah, you live, you win. That's the easy way to put it. So maybe stick to that the rest of the playoffs, and you could definitely make a run through and win the series or win the league.
Double kill.
Definitely could make a run through. Now, I gotta ask a few questions before we get to the usual question, but I gotta ask, obviously you're moving on, the Welsh Whales have been eliminated from playoff contention, but what did you like about the Welsh Whales? What did you find hard to counter on their team?
Honestly, their DPS, like whenever on that last round, when it
Now I feel alive.
and Soldier. I mean, me being Reaper, there was no difficult. Because like they always had the range advantage, and even if I peeked a single bit, I would get headshotted or absolutely nothing I could do.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. Schmilf on the DPS was very scary. It seemed like. I'm definitely
yeah.
glad that you guys knocked them out.
It's
Especially on McCree, the headshots he hits. And as someone that wants to learn how to get at him, just appreciate.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Well,
Mint, what do you feel like went right for your team? I gotta ask. Like, obviously you guys were playing around with a lot of different compositions, and every single map felt like it was extremely close. But I mean, what did you feel like you were confident in?
Oh, those last rushes for sure. Like the Lucio boost absolute decimation of the other team. That was the way to go.
Yeah, your guys' brawl looks very good. Playing that that comp, you know, you put Booney on the Ryan,
Now
put
I
you on the
feel
Reaper,
alive.
put Emro on the Lucio most of the time, it seems like, with Tribology on the map. Seems to be a very, very good look for you guys.
And do you have any other questions, Trey? Or do you just want to go straight to the usual question?
You can ask, you can ask.
Okay, well, we're gonna ask you the usual, typical Gopherwatch League MVP question.
enemies of
If
Talon
you
will
weren't the
be
MVP, who on your team would be the MVP and why?
Double kill.
Well, I said literally, in my opinion, literally everyone deserves it. Honestly, I did not expect this much. Like, I had already left.
I know. I saw you leave the lobby right away. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh yeah, there's I was trying to rush home because like I'm not there right now.
Oh,
But,
wait, where are you playing from, if I can ask?
I'm at a family's house right now.
Wait, what? So you're playing not on your setup. You're still diffing like the enemy team, and you're like, oh yeah, I don't deserve MVP, man. Like
I don't know.
Ben is out here, not even at his house, not even on his setup, and still popping off. Come on.
I mean, I don't know if you know this, but there was a point where I played in the car, so that's how
Yeah.
it goes.
Yep.
Mighty Dwarf can play anywhere and still pop off.
Double kill. Triple kill.
It's a Mighty
Yeah.
Dwarf classic. Well, thank you for stopping by, Mighty Dwarf, and congratulations on your win and advancement through playoff. I wish you the best in your next matches, and I hope you guys do win out that losers bracket, unless the Ice of the Nymphs drops down to there. Then I hope you don't. But best of luck with that, and I will bid you adieu.
Right. Yeah, thank you.
Well,
Right.
thank you everyone for coming out to the stream. I hope you guys all enjoyed. We had an awesome match between the Awesome Anglers and the Welsh Whales, with the Awesome Anglers edging out the win in a map 5. Excited to see what they do. Match tomorrow, I believe, between the Iceland Imps and the Fiji
He
Frogs.
doesn't even know our opponent.
Okay. I almost forgot my team name.
You're the team captain. You don't even know who we're facing. What the heck?
I almost forgot our team name. Okay, no, it's I'm a good captain.
Yeah, GG. Don't vote Trey,
Anyways,
that's
hopefully
captain.
we see a stream for that. Most likely a personal stream will come out from a member of one of the teams. But
Me.
anyways,
probably.
yeah, War. GG's everyone.
GG's everybody. Have a nice night. Stay safe. Exert mighty diffs on everybody in the lobby. That's all I gotta say. Bye.